Good afternoon. It is 3 o'clock. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone studio. In Titans news today with free agency, left tackle Dan Moore agreed on a 4-year, $82 million deal with the team, which includes $50 million in guaranteed, $30 million in year one. The Titans do plan to play Dan Moore at left tackle and move J.C. Latham to right tackle. Also, the team is bringing back defensive tackle Sebastian Joseph Day on a 1-year deal worth up to $7.5 million with $5 million guaranteed. And several reports about Titans being interested in some players. Some of those rumors are in quarterback Russell Wilson and linebacker Dre Greenlaw. In NFL news today, a blockbuster trade just a few moments ago. The Texans are finalizing a trade of 5-time Pro Bowl left tackle Laremy Tunsil to the Washington Commanders. A huge addition for Washington as Houston gets a draft pick haul. Also, former Vikings quarterback Sam Darnold reached an agreement today on a 3-year, $100.5 million contract, including $55 million guaranteed with the Seahawks. And Justin Fields reached an agreement on a 2-year, $40 million deal with $30 million guaranteed to the Jets. The 2024-25 SEC Basketball Awards were announced today. Zakai Ziegler named to the SEC Defensive Player of the Year for the second time in a row. Ziegler was also on the first-team All-SEC team and the All-SEC Defensive team. Ches Lanier named the SEC Newcomer of the Year, named to the All-SEC second team. Jemai Mashak named to the SEC All-Defensive Team as well. For your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home, the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three, John, 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you had a great weekend. It is a conference tournament, big time now. SEC tournament coming up. Starting on Wednesday, we'll be over there broadcasting live from Bridgestone Arena as the SEC gets rolling, all the power conferences getting rolling. And we're looking forward to it. Today, the big story, however, and it's funny how the NFL just dominates the calendar no matter what's going on.
Always cheating.
I mean,
leave people alone.
It's the biggest time in college basketball, and NFL's like, you know what? We'll do free agency right now.
Let's start it.
NFL free agency has begun. It is officially time for March Madness, as I said, but the NFL's still dominating the sports calendar. But that's fun for any sports fan because we can talk about it all. And there have been lots of moves. The most recent, Babs just telling us during the break, Sebastian Joseph Day, Tennessee Titans defensive lineman, 1 year, $5 million, guaranteed up to 7.5. In incentives. Titans signed former... What?
Great move.
Yeah. Titans signed former Pittsburgh Steelers left tackle Dan Moore. We'll talk about why he is the left tackle in a bit. 4 years, $82 million, $50 million guaranteed, $30 million in year one. A lot of people concerned about how much money he's getting, but we'll talk about it. We've got all that and more coming up. Dawn Davenport is here. You heard her.
What up?
What up, Babsy?
Happy Monday, party people.
Party people.
Can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Tim Miller on YouTube. Auburn getting worried, Babs?
Why?
They've lost 2 games in a row.
No.
You asked if Tennessee was worried after losing to Ole Miss?
Well, that's y'all.
She did. Ready? She did.
No, that's it. This is perfect timing. Perfect timing. Heading into championship time. This is great. All right. Hey, listen, we've lost 2 in a row. Bruce is like, all right, boys, focus.
Yeah, I would not be concerned at all. But, Slay, what do you think?
No, listen, they're still the best team in the country.
Auburn
to me.
knows who they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
There's no ifs, ands, or buts. The one thing I am concerned about is what happened for them to be in that situation. And I think you have to point at Baker Mazar with the elbow to the head of Youngblood, which was a silly play. Like, no need.
What did Tom Green say
need to do it.
week?
That's it. Like, he just did it against Yale.
You said it too.
You just did it against Yale. Then you come back against Alabama and do the same thing. Like, hey, man, if anybody can hurt themselves, it's their team
What's
alone.
funny about him is he's 25 years old.
And he's cooking. Like, he's been on a tear the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That was wild, man.
Slay Dog is here, y'all.
I'm in the building. And a BZF. I'm in the building, Zeph.
Hey, did you get the memo that we got to clean out the studio?
I heard that. Like what? Clean out what, though?
Well, I went through everything, and it's all yours.
Yeah, is it? We did. I have nothing in here. Babs had
This mask ain't mine. That's Savages. This little coonskin hat is Savages. And this little puppet is Savages.
I didn't even look over there, Slay.
Oh, what stuff are you looking
I
at?
just assumed that was all yours.
Ain't none of that mine over there.
Table. No, there's a bunch.
No, ain't none of that mine, Babs. Ain't none of that mine.
That goblet's from your wedding.
I'm going to keep that. That's going to stay in here.
I think, didn't Bert
All the
steal
rest of that can
though?
go. Yeah.
Bert stole it.
All the rest of that can go. That can go. But we do need lotion because we be ashy sometimes. That cocoa butter.
Told you.
We need
I'm
that little
ashy all the time.
refrigerator. We need that little refrigerator too, though. The refrigerator's vital.
I think
Yeah,
it's
it
all
needs to
the
get
stuff
cleaned
that's
out.
on top. Look, that frame is yours, too.
What frame?
With that Tennessee basketball picture in
It's
it.
the
Oh,
guy
yeah, we
in
throw that
Bosa.
away. Yeah, they done.
Those guys are like
their career's
splitting
over.
the Defensive Players of the Year thing.
Yeah, for one, the main one though is the cat. He got the
Listen,
main
in our chat,
SEC.
not Trump, there's not a flat surface behind Babs that ain't covered up.
one. Savage said snitch.
Snitches get what?
Get out of here.
Hey, yeah, guess what? Now that little stuff back there, that's honey, and honey is good for you. And spoons, everybody need
I
plastic
told you.
spoons.
I told you.
We're
I
literally
told
not
everybody.
supposed to eat or drink in here.
No, but you need them. What if you need to get something? What do you need to take a teaspoon or something?
Honey,
Anything.
listen, man, I'm all for this
Put it in
being
the kitchen.
this being like our living room. That's what I like it. I like
What
all
is a
this stuff.
teaspoon of sugar makes the medicine go down?
Oh my gosh, I haven't heard that song.
How's it go?
I think that's it.
See, that's Hakuna Matata. What'd you say?
This can go. The season's over.
Yeah, we don't need that. See, all this little stuff we don't need.
What
What
is
about
that?
the little coffee stuff over there? I
That's
don't need
the
drink coffee.
NFL schedule from Circa.
That's the morning show.
NFL schedule.
That's the morning show.
All right, let's get into
Okay, morning show.
the Titans signed former Pittsburgh Steelers left tackle Dan Moore. He's 6'5", 315. I'll admit I had to look him up because I was like, Dan Moore? Who's that? But I quickly found out. 6'5", 315. 4 years, $82 million, $50 million guaranteed, $30 million in year one from Rap Sheet. Moore played one game at guard in college, then started the next 36 straight games at left tackle. He has started all 64 games of his career at left tackle in Pittsburgh. So Dan Moore, I'm going to go out on a limb, y'all, and say he's the left tackle, which is funny because when we were at the Super Bowl, what did like the offensive line, multiple offensive line analysts told us that J.C. Latham would be better at right tackle.
Yeah.
And that he had a right tackle frame and that he had a right tackle style. And
So I'm like,
What are you talking about, Cal?
I'm like, that's not me.
That's Cal.
That's not me.
All right, that
Cal.
wasn't me.
You
Cal
got
wants-
Coach Cal on your phone?
Cal wants to weigh in on that.
This said it's not me.
So Babs asked the question, did they get better in two spots with this?
No, I didn't ask the question. I said they did.
You definitively said it.
Didn't even ask that. She
I was
said
recording
that.
spots while you were saying it.
That was
No, it was because a lot of people are complaining this is a terrible move. They overpaid for him, this and that. And I looked at it. You're always going to overpay in free agency.
Yeah.
He's young. My big question was,
He is young.
okay, if he's all that in a bag of chips, right? Then
I have never in my life heard you say
We're going
that.
all old school sayings today. I'm singing,
we are.
Mary Poppins and Babsy's old school bag of chips.
then why did the Steelers let him go? So
Right. That's initially.
you called your rep. I talked to your rep who kind of knows the Steelers because he does a podcast for them during the season. Big Savage.
Yep.
It's a big rep.
And he pointed out, which we wouldn't know because I don't follow the Steelers that closely as far as drafting what
Were
they
you
have
like me?
behind
Were
them.
you like, who in the hell is Dan Moore?
Yes.
Okay, good.
But he was like, okay, well, they drafted a guy to play left tackle. He did not beat Dan out. Dan did a great job of
Broderick
teaching
Jones, I believe is his name, from
Broderick,
Georgia.
Yep. Developing him. So they moved Broderick on the right side, and now let Dan finish, right? And now Broderick is moving to the left. They have somebody on the right. So they've done exactly what you're supposed to. And this is all coming from Savage. That's not me. But basically, he's pointing out they didn't need him because they have done what they were supposed to do and draft and develop.
Right.
And now they feel like they can put Broderick in there. That's a much cheaper option. And they're great there and they're good on the right. So, because that was my first reaction was, okay, well, why didn't the Steelers keep him?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So there's your answer. Now, the whole overpaid thing, unfortunately, when you're the Titans, I think, and you're in the position that you're in, where you don't have a ton of draft picks this year, I think you have to go quarterback, honestly. And you're going to have to overpay somewhere in order to help fill some holes. You're going to have to do something in free agency to help. With this move, I look at it, now I'll let Mayor get into the stats and the deep part of it, but you're basically filling two holes with this free agency move. He's young. You signed him to a 4-year deal. This is not a, hey, we're going to contend next year, and they know it, and they've said it as much. This is still a rebuild, and this is a perfect example of how you do that.
Right.
Isn't that what Bergonzi does?
That's what his tag is, no question.
Fill your
No question.
holes,
Yep.
get yourself back to a solid spot here, and then develop through the draft.
With the guy that's 26 years old and is
He's
inconsistent.
26, so he's been consistent, right? And apparently he has his moments, which is what you look at. If you just look at the stats, then yeah, so you can point that out. But from an overpay standpoint, you're going to do that at this position in this market, which also showed that there were more teams that were willing to pay for him and his play. And so at some point, you are going to overpay in the free agent market. And the fact that now you might overpay for him, but you have him long-term to help in your build. And then on top of it, you move JC to the right. And all of a sudden, guess what? You might have 4 spots on your offensive line short up all of a sudden.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, really?
If this guy turns out, which is, I believe in Savage. Let me just say that. Well,
this is what he said in the chat, to your point. Steelers have drafted, love that you're in the chat, Ramon, thank you. Steelers have drafted 2 first-round tackles, and Dan beat them both out and helped to mentor them on top of it.
See, that's what you need to know. So I take that over anything I can find on PFF. And so his stats aren't great. Honestly, like if you want to go down the negative path on this, and I think it's fair to look at this from all angles, but
absolutely,
I go with I'm gonna keep going back to what he just said. He beat out 2 first-round tackles,
and you also got to ask too, like it's when you look at it, how many teams across the league have 5 All-Pro guys starting on the offensive line?
None.
Exactly.
You can't.
So that was Savage's point also. Like everybody you're going to go get isn't going to be the All-Pro.
Right.
But if they are doable and can maintain in that spot and you get 10 years out of them, you're getting 10 years for a reason out of them.
Right.
And I don't mean Latham is not going to be an All-Pro. Skoronski may be an All-Pro at some point. If he gets back healthy, the center.
Cushenberry.
If Cushenberry gets back healthy and does what he does, like if you got solid pieces right there, you can be fine. You just need to shore up the line. So...
And this is like your next step to be able to take the next step eventually, right? Because you're in such a bad spot. Also,
I'm about 26 years old.
26 years old and has durable. Mayor, what'd you say? Give the numbers on his starts.
He has started the last 100 games that he has played at left tackle.
Yeah.
And so he's your left tackle. They'll move JC.
And only missed 1 game. Right, last year in a 17-game season, and I think played through a little bit of injury maybe last year, so that could have had something to do with the numbers. Also, who's he going against? He's going against the freaking Ravens.
Miles Garrett,
Hendrickson,
and doesn't
require
help.
Yep.
Well,
when's the last time the Titans have had an offensive lineman that wouldn't require help against an elite?
Taylor Lewan's contract year.
Dang, Slay. You're not wrong.
I mean, that was the last time I remember. So.
We'll go through the numbers when we come back. Also, Zeph's got some more information on a couple of more extensions with regard to the Titans. Stay tuned. 3HL, all in
also
it.
a trade.
Hey.
If you want in, 615-737-1045.
What?
It's like somebody pushed a button in her back.
Trade.
I mean,
it's an
AFC South trade. It's nuts.
Yes.
We'll do it next. 3HL.
What?
3HL 1045, The Zone, a deal in the AFC South. Texans unload Laremy Tunsil, one of the better tackles in the game, to the Washington Commanders.
Gotta go.
Babs, they got a haul.
Yes, they did. 2025 third and seventh round pick, 2026 second and fourth.
He's worth it.
One thing Houston knows how to do is collect talent.
And they get rid of it?
And get rid of it, and then go get some more quality
Talent. Cheaper
With
talent in the draft.
With draft, yeah. The way they went do it, what they did the other, what was it, 2 years ago? With Will Anderson and all them, I was like, whoa, this ain't supposed to happen. They look good.
Hey, good for Jaden Daniels. Gets a protector up there in front of him.
Remember Laremy Tunsil's draft day? How ridiculous was that? There may not ever be another more ridiculous draft day ever.
Oh, darn, that's right,
Hot boxing in
Then
the
they
mask.
said he jumped out the window?
But he had a power T on the mask. Everybody was like going crazy about that.
That's high right there.
He was high.
Yeah, he jumped out of a window. Wow.
It cost him like 6 spots that year. I mean, it came out during the draft.
So did. It so did. Who released that? Was it a friend?
I don't know.
I thought it was a friend that did it. Somebody was hating.
It was like TikTok or Instagram.
Yeah, it was something weird. It wasn't him that released it.
No.
Yeah, it was some. You know how you can slip out there and press
somebody
send.
messing with him.
There you go.
Yeah, so Miami was like, hey, we'll roll with that. You'll fit in well down here. South Beach.
That's a perfect place for you. Look at our coach.
And haven't had any problems, right?
No.
Not that I can remember.
Nope.
So now he goes to Washington Commanders. And so they get a great tackle, but they give up 2 significant draft picks.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
I forgot there was a 6th and a 7th in there, but there was a 2nd and a 3rd. So
Yeah.
there's that. 615-737-1045. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. 3HL powered by
Also,
Ferguson Home.
The Commanders also get a 2025 fourth with him.
Yes.
Sorry. Go ahead.
3HL powered by Ferguson Home. Discover the Mount Juliet showroom, 401 South Mount Juliet Road, Ferguson Home, where it all comes together. Zeph Dog produces 3HL and has some extension news.
Yeah, Jim Wyatt putting this out, meaning they are official from TennesseeTitans.com. The Titans have extended long snapper Morgan Cox. I think that was reported earlier this morning. And then recently, over the last few minutes, offensive lineman Andrew Repchich gets extended, and cornerback Daryl Baker also gets extended, which I think is a pretty good pickup. He played pretty well down the stretch, having to fill in for some injured cornerbacks.
You need depth
for the Titans.
And while you were gone, Slay, they extended, because we went down the list of all the free agents exclusive and all those things, and like we called all these.
Yeah,
the ones we said keep.
They all have. Otis Reese was one of them. And that man just gets to the – I know he's an undersized linebacker, but he gets to the football. And then Coburn up front too. So with Coburn and Sebastian Joseph Day, you still got that rotation going up front.
4, yep. That's all right.
Still could use another piece and definitely need pass rushers.
You're going to find one. I think you're going to find one of them. Like, that's one thing we haven't had problems is finding defensive tackles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and we usually find a little diamond in the rough. I don't know what happened this past year. But we've been able to find somebody. That hole that was left by the big fella came from the Colts, went to the Texans.
Yeah, I've already found.
A dog.
Danico
Autry. Like, that was,
thank you, man.
Man, that was a hole left by him, boy.
Yeah.
I don't think we knew we would.
That was a great find.
Man, what?
And he
and motivated.
You want to talk about that chip on the shoulder guy? That's him.
Dude, let's go get him one more time.
Zeff's going to have nuggets all day because it's one of those days. NFL free agency is underway. I'm glad that we don't have to hear saucy nugs anymore. But Zeff's got saucy nugs today.
This one is kind of saucy. So this is from Connor Hughes, who works in the New York market. He's the one who dropped the Russell Wilson the Titans interested in Russell Wilson rumor a few moments ago. But
yeah, we haven't talked about that.
This is what he just put out. So Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback that the Giants want. They're waiting to find out if he wants them. Most league sources he's talked to believe Rodgers wants to go to the Steelers, which would lead the Giants towards Russell Wilson. The problem is the Titans and others are interested in Wilson too. So Titans are in I'll call it a love triangle with Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. I guess it's
I
more
think
of a
they're in
split.
What are your thoughts?
I think they're in a love triangle and they're playing games. Like it's a relationship where there are a lot of games being played between two people, and that's the Titans and the Giants. The Giants are scrambling right now to try to make you think they don't want to trade up to number one, when in reality you know that they do.
Giants want to do everything.
Like their name's associated with every damn quarterback.
We bad. Giants worse than us. The Giants are worse than us. I'm telling you.
I could see Aaron Rodgers at the Steelers.
Can you imagine Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, and George Pickens in the same offensive meeting? If I'm Mike Tomlin, I'm pulling my hair out. I know he's bald,
That's
but still.
that's some personality right there. He can pull his chin hair out. How's that?
Yeah, you know what?
Is that a good spot for A-Rod?
That's man. Watching Mike Tomlin, he's a no nonsense guy, but at the same time, he knows how to treat superstars. Also,
Yeah.
Yep.
he got a way with superstars. Think about the guys that he's
His
had.
players love him.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's been one to kind of go off the end, but he was on his way out anyway, forcing himself out in a sense. Antonio Brown, but other than that, like
Yeah, but that was
different. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's Antonio
Yeah,
Brown.
like, and when you hear AB how he talks about him now, it's like, man, I take him for so much. You know what I mean? The father, all that stuff. So, I think that might be all right. It might be all right. And then plus you got a guy that can get the ball to guys when they need it.
Right.
The play can actually be.
Because you got your defense
Yes.
set over there, right?
Right. You cool with that. But imagine
They
how
think
many
their
run
offensive
pass
line's
options.
okay now.
Imagine how many run pass options Aaron Rodgers has. When the ball is snapped, it's supposed to be a run. I think it's just a run pass option in his head and the receivers. Because it's supposed to be a run. Everybody else is run blocking and everything. And he just takes it. If he see the corner doing something, whips it out there. You think Pickens and DK Metcalf ain't going to love that? Russell Wilson couldn't do that. Justin Fields couldn't do that.
Okay.
Geno Smith couldn't do that. So to be playing with a guy like that, I think it's a little bit different. I don't know. I think he can handle it.
Out of all the fits for Aaron Rodgers, that might be
I
the
like
best
that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the weapons.
I think it would be fascinating to
Yeah.
watch. Like the Jets would just be a. I mean, sorry. What was I talking about?
Steelers?
Jets. Yeah, Jets
Yeah.
Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, okay. So here's a question. So Buck reported today that the Titans are looking at Zach Wilson and.
Well, he said, I keep hearing.
Keep hearing. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry. Not I'm
Reported
sorry.
is a strong
There's
word
a
for what we do.
different yes. You know what I mean.
Yes.
Who was the other one?
Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Mac Jones.
So let me ask you this though. Would you rather have, if you're a Titans fan, Russell Wilson or Zach Jones? Or Mac Jones or Zach Wilson?
Yeah, you can.
Daniel Jones. Oh, you didn't say him?
He's not on the list.
He on my list. I'm like Aaron Rodgers. I know it's a run. I'm still
like-
going to
I
pass
saw the
it.
Colts
I was
were
like, Dan-
interested in Danny
Still pass.
Dimes.
Hey, coach, better stop. Leave my man alone.
When you said Daniel Jones, I said, Danny Jones? Who's that?
Indiana
Like the lead
Jones'
singer
nephew.
of the Monkees? No, that's Davy Jones. I just never hear him not called Danny Dimes.
Yeah, that's listen. I might
Except
have.
when
We might have
people
to
got
shed.
mad.
We might have to shed that little name, and we coming in new and improved.
Danny
breath of fresh air.
Dollars.
No, see you. No,
Danny Pennies.
no, Babsy. That's what got him to leave New York, and good for him.
He went
Him and
inside
Saquon.
in Minnesota by himself.
Yeah, that's what he was smart guy. I ain't seen him do too much wrong besides tripping up that 70-yard run.
Danny Dozens.
I like that dozen touchdowns in one game.
So, Slay, when you were out, Calvin in Houston called. He managed to not get dumped.
Good job, Calvin. We worked
but-
growth.
He was hilarious.
It was the funniest phone call. Babs was like, that's the phone call of the week. And I'm like, there was a point, though, where he said something where Zeph was like, should I dump that? And I'm like, usually if you have to ask. But
What did he say?
I can't even remember how we got there, Babs.
I think it was nipples, right?
What?
Oh, I was talking about Duke. Or he was talking about Duke. And then I was like, okay, I get it. But why is the guy's name pronounced Knipple? There ain't an I in that name. And all I hear during the broadcast is Knipple, 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 Knipple. And so it led him to say something about he hates Florida because he's a Florida State guy. That he'd be sucking on those Florida Gator nipples.
I was
Okay.
like, we should dump it. I don't know.
Yeah,
Calvin, is that how that went down, man?
I'm in the building.
My boy, what up, Calvin?
Great dog, my boy. I missed you Friday.
I heard you had a good time, though.
Yeah, he missed you.
Man, hey, bro, look here. I ain't no offense to Buck and them, but they only give me a minute. Nah, bro, I talk too much. I need more than that. But I be sitting. Hey, Slay Dog, look here. Look. Gators, Florida Gators, whatever you want to call them. They not going to the Final Four. And then they start, no, Brett the one brought him up, talking about, no, because I said I was a Florida State fan after he said that he thought that the Gators was going to give Duke problems. That's how that came up, remember?
I think their front court could give them problems, maybe.
That's what you said. No, but you said Florida, bro. That's where you messed up at. And I was like, no, I'm a Florida State guy since 88-7.
So that makes sense.
I don't play Gators, bro. Like, no, they not going to. Remember? And then look at Bazio that said she's so cute. Yeah, looking lovely today.
Hey, Calvin,
like
did you know that Slay actually ate gator when he was down in Gainesville last week?
Hey, look here. Hey, big dog, let me tell you a true story. Watch this right quick. I used to live in Charlotte, and I worked at a place, no free props out here. I don't even know if they open still, but it was called RJ Gators, and all we sold was fried alligator meat, bro, the whole time. Oh God.
Okay.
I'm serious. I'm not playing. You know what? I just got off work. This is a true story. I just got off work one day, and I sat at the bar, had my little beer, just had my, after the day's work. Guess who came in and got a to-go order and sat right next to me, and I talked to about like 5 minutes.
Who?
You ain't gonna believe this.
Who?
Daryl Earnhardt Jr. And this is about a year after his daddy got in that crash and passed away. This was about a year later. On God, I promise to God.
I believe.
Like, yes, sir. Look, I'm about the March Madness. I'm about the NASCAR. I'm about football. I'm about baseball. All that. I'm straight up.
You locked in, baby.
I'm in the building, my man.
Yes, sir. Salute, brother.
All right, now look here. Now, look here. One more thing. Jeff told me to talk about football, Titans, whatever, everything going on. This is my opinion. Remember what I told y'all about that bridge quarterback?
Yeah.
Right? I don't care who the bridge quarterback is. It's going to be Cam. They're going to stick and pick with Cam because you have to. Look, when was the last time we had no one overall pick?
Mariota.
No,
it was second one.
I'm talking about overall as a franchise.
They
We talking about
traded
Earl
back.
Campbell, my man. Look it up.
Right?
Look it up.
Who'd you say it was, Calvin?
Earl Campbell.
Earl Campbell. Tailway jersey.
And that's when I started watching football here at the Astrodome here in Houston. Was Earl Campbell. That's why I started watching football. But I'm going to let y'all have it. Like I said, Cam, stick and pick.
Appreciate it,
what
man.
I say.
My man.
All right, baby. Love y'all.
All right,
Stay safe, bro.
Here's the thing, though.
Was that Matt Leinart with Vince?
And Jay Cutler.
Who went one?
Leinart went one, right? And then Cutler 2, and then Vince 3.
That's crazy.
I think that's right. I don't know.
That was a whole thing.
Because
the owner wanted VY.
Yeah, when Bud Adams said, my guy, VY is my guy.
Period. End of conversation. That's it.
I don't care what anybody else in the building thinks.
And there were others in the building that did not think that was the right
No,
move.
because Floyd and Jeff were torn between Matt Leinart and Jay Cutler.
Yep.
But the owner wanted VY.
Which
VY is
looked
my guy.
good rookie year.
By the way, if he was.
And then it caught up to him.
He was the rookie of the year.
Yes.
You're right. You're right.
And then the whole lack of studying thing, last one in the building, first one to leave, caught up to him.
Vince was third.
Remember when he threw his uniform into the crowd and he
shoulder
hit,
pads.
And he hit Donnie Mac's wife,
Kathy.
Kathy McLaughlin.
Trying to tell her to hold these pants
I
right
remember
here.
that.
He denied that he did it, but it was on camera.
Yeah. You can't deny anything
do that.
nowadays.
But
Yeah.
of all the people, you hit the GM's wife.
She was in the way. I was trying to give it to somebody else, man.
I thought I saw a kid over
Yeah,
there.
what are you doing? Get your hands up. Why would you have your hands down in the stand?
Yeah, Kathy Mac, get out the
Get your
way.
hands up, please.
But if Buck is right and if it's Zach Wilson or Mac Jones, they're taking Cam Ward.
They better.
There's no way you're going to battle 17 games with one of those two guys. No way.
I ain't battling. with them.
Okay.
And I'm usually standing out there in the forefront with the Titans. But if you go get them, I can't battle with you, Titans.
Is this one of yours where where you say if they sign one of those guys, I'm going to walk into traffic.
Yeah. I took my shirt
Did you
off
say
last
that
time
about
going in
Abdul
traffic.
Carter?
Yeah.
You
He
did.
was one too.
Watch out.
Not number one. They can't, Babsy. They
I'm
can't
with
take
you,
him.
Slay. I am with you.
They want me gone?
We agree on that.
They want me out of here? If that's what they want, like, I need to up the insurance policy because I'm gone.
And if y'all don't think that Slay isn't telling the truth about being emotional over draft picks, when they drafted Will Levis, he pulled into a Shoney's parking lot because
Yeah, that was a tough.
he couldn't drive anymore.
That was a tough day. Like I
Didn't
couldn't
you have
see.
Will Ron in the car
Yeah,
too?
I couldn't
and he's
see.
like, "What are you doing?"
I could not. I'm telling you, like I don't know if you close your eyes real hard and you get up and you squint real hard and then you open your eyes, you see the little black dots.
Yeah.
That's what I was seeing when I was driving when they made that pick, and I had to pull over because I was putting me in.
then
myself in danger.
You wouldn't even text us back.
No, I was just sitting there like
You said I'm
Wow.
going dark for a while. I'll give it to you though because you gave Will a chance.
I absolutely did.
And you almost bought it. You kind of did buy into
I
him.
was there. The
was
only
one-
thing that messed me up was the last
summer in camp.
practice.
It was
Yep.
one specific throw.
That was the only one. Like he really had me standing on the table for him until he made that throw. That right there made me question everything.
What
You
was
got
it? Because he didn't throw to
Calvin
Ridley. That's right.
And D-Hop.
Yeah.
And you went to Mason Kinsley against the best cornerback on an out route.
Yes.
To the wide side of the field.
Yeah.
In a 2-minute warning drill.
What? That's when you were done.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, no, something was wrong. Maybe they were blitzing
Tell me
from the
you
left.
didn't make that decision.
Yeah, it did. But then he was angry, like, come on, what am I doing? Like, you know what you just did? That was a touchdown. He ran a touchdown. Man, that was a wild day.
Well, it was
That
those
did it.
joint practices that's when I started to worry
Yep.
because I was all in on Levis.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, everybody knows because everybody likes to throw it back in my face. But seriously, I'm like, body type, arm strength,
It was there.
skill level, like offense,
Babsy.
this, that scheme, whatever. This
Work
is gonna be
ethic.
And
all of
then
it.
all of a sudden, he can't connect with Ridley
You the one picked that up.
at all.
Me and
All
May was
through
like,
camp.
come on, Babs. You tripping. You overblowing this a little bit.
No, I'm like, he can't connect with him. I don't know what's going on. But at this point in camp, he should be. This is a
and
concern.
I remember that day because the day before he had hit Calvin Ridley on 2 deep balls, and then after practice, people were asking Ridley, like, looks like you got your timing
Yep.
down. He's like, all I got to do is run underneath it. And like, he sold me. And then we go the next day, and it was not there.
It looked bad.
And
the
it
next
never
day.
It was so
So
weird.
didn't.
Will Levis was a whole weird thing, man.
Man. But
Because I was in on him, too.
Yeah.
You had to be. If you had an opportunity as a fan, media, whatever it is, to go to those practices, watch the practices, and then watch how he conducted himself after. Like, he would stay out there, man, working on mechanics. Like, that man got me. He got me.
Eki Bop sent me a text about the 2006 NFL draft, and he's right. Mario Williams went number 1 that year to Houston. Then
Super
Reggie
Mario.
Bush to the New Orleans Saints. Then Vince Young. So
Wow.
VY was the first quarterback taken. Matt Leinart was taken number 10 by Arizona. Jay Cutler, number 11 by Denver.
So Jay, the only one really worked out of that bunch. Him and Reggie Bush.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
This draft, though, DeBrigashaw, Ferguson, A.J. Hawk, Vernon Davis.
Oh.
Vernon was all right, though. A.J. Hawk was A.J.
He was pretty good.
A.J. was solid. Okay.
He got hurt.
Yeah. McAfee.
Y'all, our
Yeah.
chat is nuts.
It's going wild, and ain't.
I know. It's going so
really
fast I can't read it.
is.
I know, they
I
everywhere
went
today.
back to,
You can't even see it.
what is it? Duck falling?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you got
He's in
real
a-
close to the computer screen for that.
Yeah. Oh, I had to make sure. He's all in his feelings. He's in his feelings. Berganzi's scheme is failing. You saw the stock market fell big today.
Yes, it did.
He told, I think he told Ramon that he doesn't know what he's talking about or something.
You're going to tell
When we're
Ramon he
talking
doesn't
this
know what he's talking about?
The
About an
Steelers
offensive line?
lineman. No, not just an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
One who played for the Steelers, his franchise, who he still does the team podcast for
Yeah.
every week last season. So he would have actually watched Dan Moore way more than any of us
Right.
watched
So I'm going to go
on a daily basis.
by what Savage says. But PFF, here are the stats, okay?
Yes.
Offensive snaps played 1,111. That's 4th in the NFL. Pass block snaps played 615. That's 19th. Run block snaps played, 496. That's 5th. He had 5 penalties called against him this year and allowed 12 sacks. Now, that's a high number. And so that's what a lot of people are going off about.
Which is fair enough.
Yeah. And it wasn't Duck falling. I think it was Mike. Mike.
Oh, sorry. Mike went after him.
Yeah.
Sorry, Duck.
Duck said, nah, me and Ramon are tight.
Zeph,
that wasn't Duck.
Yeah.
Zeph, where did the 12 sacks rank him?
Most in the NFL.
Okay.
But, Duck, you are all in your feelings now.
Now, 5 of those 12 were from
Dustin
Myles
told
Garrett
him.
and Trey
Dustin
Hendrickson.
said Ramon's full of crap.
And he will have to go up against Myles Garrett this year and next year.
Sorry, Doug.
Because Cleveland is
So
on the Titans.
I want to go back to that. That's significant. 5 of the 12 sacks that he allowed were Myles Garrett and Hendrickson.
Correct.
Wow.
Combined.
Yeah.
Which
And,
he did not have help on.
Right.
And
In the year he was hurt, but played through the injury.
And a quarterback that likes to hold the ball.
And if you go through who the Titans' opponents are in 2025, there's some good pass rushers they're going to have to face.
Which is exactly why you better shore the hell up on that offensive line. And by making this move, you have, because all of a sudden you fix the right side too with J.C. Latham in a position that I think he is way more comfortable in from his time in college.
All right, more on this when we come back. If you want in, 615-737-1045, 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Hey, Twitch, please. Yes. For all those contractors out there, maybe interior designers, multiple project managers, you guys should discover a new way to shop, and that is through Ferguson Home. Stop into their showroom, and by the way, they have 5, so there's always going to be one close to you. See, feel what you're looking for before you actually install it. Ferguson Home has the largest selection of products and the top brands to help you finish with a finished product that your client will end up loving. And if you're a homeowner out there, you don't know how to start this, beautiful finished project you want, Ferguson Home can help you out there. Book an appointment at your local showroom and get firsthand knowledge and personalized experts to help you every step of the way. Bring your vision to Ferguson Home, where it all comes together. Stop by and see them at 401 South Mount Juliet Road in Mount Juliet. They also have a location in Nashville, Murfreesboro, Clarksville, and Bowling Green. Ferguson Home. Bring your vision to them. FergusonHome.com.
What's happening, y'all? You know how life can change in an instant, right? A car wreck can throw everything off. Job, bills, peace of mind. That's when you need to call my good friends over at Bart Durham Injury Law. Blair Durham and his team have been fighting for folks in Tennessee for years, making sure insurance companies pay up. No upfront costs, no waiting around, just real people making sure you get what you deserve. If you've been injured, listen, don't wait. Call BDIL. You know what that is? That's Bart Durham Injury Law at 615-242-9000. They're here 24/7 and ready to fight for you. Now, I'm telling you, you never can choose when an accident is going to happen. It just happens. And you got to have somebody right there ready to fight for you, give their all for you, let you relax and get paid, and be okay. That's why you call Bart Durham Injury Law, 615-242-9000. 24/7 relief, 615-242-9000.
3HL 104.5 The Zone, Monday edition. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay. SEC tournament coming up this weekend. Cannot wait, y'all. We'll be in the concourse. If you're going to the games, come by and see us.
Swing by. Swing. Hey, what did Darn, go ahead, y'all. I hate when I do that.
What were you gonna say?
What did our guy get paid that we just signed?
Dan Moore.
Dan Moore. What did he got?
82 million, 50 guaranteed, 30 in year one.
Okay.
According to Rap Sheet.
So, in comparison, you said 100 starts straight.
Well, combined with college. Yeah, 100 straight starts at left tackle, based on what I found.
So Jalen Moore agreed to a deal with the Chiefs coming over from San Francisco. He had 12 stars over the past 4 years. 2 years, $30 million. So the market is,
yeah, he started 64 straight games at left tackle.
You feel what I'm saying?
And he's only 26.
Like this guy, he's got 12 starts over 4 seasons.
Yeah.
And got 2 year, $30 million. The money's out there. It's like, you're going to get paid. You're going to get paid.
The money's out there.
Think about how much we went through it last year talking about, man, who we going to go find right now? You can't find anybody in the season. So guess what? You better get on them now or be prepared to go through the draft and get somebody.
615-737-1045.
You don't have enough draft picks to fill out your roles. Especially not if you draft quarterback one.
Mm-hmm. My bad. I just want to hit you with that.
Okay. We'll get back into more football. Real quick, SEC tournament starts up Wednesday, and it's going to be fun. You've got 4 games instead of 2 now with the additional teams. And so you've got 16 seed South Carolina, who you really don't want to play right now. They're fighting.
They are fighting.
Won 2 out of 3 and gave Tennessee all they wanted for a while. Mm-hmm. Texas and Vanderbilt will be playing while we're on the air.
That's going to be a good one.
How about that?
I like that one. And I'm biased in this one because I think Vanderbilt is already squarely in. Squarely. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. They're squarely
in. Or squirrely.
It sounds like you said squirrely.
Yeah. They're circularly in.
They're firmly planted.
They're rhombused in.
They're in the NCAA tournament. Me, selfishly, I want the world to get an opportunity to see Trey Johnson. So I want them to win.
Especially coming off that gross game.
Man. Like that dude.
He was what, over 14?
That was a rough one.
You ever had a game like that? Where you just felt like you couldn't get anything to go?
Oh, absolutely. At Florida. I couldn't get anything to go.
What'd you finish with?
I didn't have a field goal.
Dang.
I think I scored at the free throw line. So that was my only game never scoring a field goal.
Wow.
In my college career. Yeah. That was a bad time.
So how badly do you think he wants Wednesday to get here?
I'm telling you, that man going to show out. That man is the world needs to see him.
Yep, he's good.
They need to see him. There's a reason he's leading a conference that's floated in scoring. Not because he's taking a whole lot of shots, because he know how to go get buckets. So, yeah.
The night session is LSU and Mississippi State.
Mississippi State, team in the NCAA tournament.
Yep, and then Oklahoma and Georgia.
Georgia in the NCAA tournament.
So Kentucky gets on Thursday, Kentucky will play the Oklahoma-Georgia game in the winter in the late game. Missouri will play the LSU-Mississippi State game in the 6 o'clock window. While we're on the air, it'll be Texas A&M against the Texas Vandy winner.
That's good.
Either way.
Yeah. Right.
And then Ole Miss will get the winner of South Carolina and Arkansas in the early game on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you right now, though, if Arkansas plays like the way they finished the season in this last game, it's going to be a tough out, boy.
Great job on the call the other day.
And
tough. You had a very dramatic finish.
Absolutely. Really good.
Is that just the Cal effect?
Is it because he learns his team or that they learn him? Because he's done this before a lot.
I guess you got to go and give it to him. I mean, because it's a track record that's following him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As much as I want to make it, though, about the players, I just think, dude, they're bigs. The way they showed up, Jonas A. doing Trevor Brazil, that was different. They do had a 2010-plus game.
He had the free throw that won it.
Man, like they were dominant And that was impressive. They can play like they're going into the tournament. They're a team that can easily make the Sweet 16.
Congrats to Lipscomb on their ASUN tournament title. We talked with head coach Lenny Acuff on Friday before the tournament championship game. He told us that the key for him was having 4 fifth-year seniors.
There you go.
Including a fifth-year point guard. Lipscomb beat North Alabama at Allen Arena yesterday here in Nashville, 76-65. The Bisons trailed 58-57 with about 4:15 to go. They closed the game on a 19-7 run. In the last 4 minutes, they were 4 of 5 from the floor, 3 of 4 from 3, and 8 for 8 from the line.
Got to close it out.
How about that?
That's how you close it out.
That's seniors right there.
That is. I was going to say, that's 4 fifth-year seniors right there. This will be Lipscomb's second NCAA tournament appearance. Belmont coach Casey Alexander had them there in 2018. The difference, though, they were a 15 seed that year, and they played 2 seed North Carolina, and they lost by 18.
Mm-hmm.
This group, it looks like in some of these projections, may get as high as a 13 seed.
Wow.
Where they would play a 4.
That's pretty dope. Shout out to all the Lipscomb alums, too, man, out there. Sean Sanders, our guy. Man, plenty of them.
Sean.
Jeremiah, like, that's pretty dope, man. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Philip Hutchison?
Yeah, big hole. Talking about a bucket.
Shannon Terry?
Hey, I got a nice little alum base over there. That's all right. Okay.
Congrats to Coach Penny Collins and his TSU Tigers on their run this year. They lost to the eventual conference champion, SIU Edwardsville, 71-69 in the semis. TSU was 11-4 down the stretch and a basket away from playing for a chance at the NCAA tournament. Great job of coaching by Penny, and he lost his best player with an ACL.
Yeah.
He told us a few weeks ago. So
I hope, man, that they really get behind Penny over there and give him the assets to be able to go out and get some more talent.
Yeah.
It's like, man, TSU, understand what you have over there. Just understand what you have.
Belmont also had a great run into the semifinals, but ran into the regular season and tourney champs Drake. MTSU finished tied for second in Conference USA. They got the double bye. They'll play as the 3 seed Thursday against 6 seed Louisiana Tech. And what else? Oh, while we're on this, congrats to Eddie George.
Eddie.
He's the new head coach at Bowling Green, signed a 5-year deal, spent 4 seasons as TSU head coach, went 9-4 this year with a trip to the playoffs. Share of the OVC title, first league championship since 1999 for Tennessee State.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to the MAC. Eddie George going to the MAC. Urban Meyer, Dave Clausen, Dino Babers among the former coaches at Bowling Green.
MAC, Daddy.
It's a good spot.
It is.
There you go.
It is.
What do y'all think?
I like it. I think you were able to springboard into a different spot. Well, I think what have they been to a bowl game?
3 straight years.
3 straight, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, that is.
There was no way TSU was going to be able to keep him.
No,
right?
that's
Because they're not
that's
going to
the
be able
part.
to pay him to keep him.
No, that's the part that comes with success. Like it's difficult to hold on to until you get some more support.
Derek
I think that's what
Vandermeer,
Nick is out there fighting to go get.
Yep. Derek Vandermeer, the AD, said, today we added another transformative leader to this campus in Eddie George. Our students are getting someone who has chased success in sports, art, business, and leadership. As our football coach, he will pursue excellence in all aspects of competition in the arena. More importantly, beyond the arena, he will exemplify what excellence looks like in the classroom, in life, in business, and in relationships with people. Eddie said, I'm truly excited to be the head coach at Bowling Green State University. Bowling Green is a wonderful community that has embraced the school and the athletics department. We are eager to immerse ourselves in the community and help build this program to the greatness it deserves. I'm overwhelmed with excitement and joy for the possibilities this opportunity holds. It also tells you that, his willingness or desire to move up shows that he wants to be a college football coach. He wasn't over here just coaching TSU and I'll do the best I can over here. Like, he's trying to climb the ladder.
I do wonder if it started that way, though.
I promise you, I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Like, this is the only place I'm going to coach, and when I'm done, I'm done.
Yes.
Dude, you didn't. Babs, you just took the words right out of my head, man. That is exactly what I was thinking. I thought he walked into this situation like, man, let me go make the best of it. Let me go turn some kids' life around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Impact them, and all of a sudden, with that, that's why it's always right that your intentions are right, because what comes off of that is something totally different that you didn't expect.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I guarantee you thought I was just going to get in and do this real
Success at Bowling Green is Power 4 next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because, man,
No doubt.
it's how it happens.
Right?
It's how it
And
happens.
pretty quickly and easily when you're Eddie George.
Got that working for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well,
I agree, Bub.
There's a lineman that's going to be transferring to Bowling Green, I would guess.
Yeah,
His son.
So. Yeah. Would make sense.
Who's a very, very good football player. All right, more 3HL coming up next. NFL free agency, college basketball, tons to get into. Giving out awards in the SEC in basketball. 615-737-1045.
It's time. The VIP Players Club Big Bucket Sweepstakes is here. Thanks to Zen Sports. I know you guys can't wait for college hoops and the upcoming tourney. Well, Zen Sports has you covered with the VIP Players Club Big Bucket Sweepstakes, where you earn bonus bets on the tournament just by using the Zen Sports app right here during this month of March. Sweepstakes exclusive to us here in Tennessee. And the grand prize earns a $10,000 bonus bet on the championship game or a $5,000 cash prize. And then 20 additional winners will get a $100 bonus bet or $50 cash prize. You earn entries easily just every day by betting on the Zen Sports app. Every dollar you wager, every bet you make. And then if you haven't joined Zen Sports, join with my code DAWNTN, DAWNTN, and you get 500 extra bonus entries. Zen Sports, where betting just got better. Right here in Tennessee. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. Qualifying wager for a wager entry must have minimum odds for any leg of the entry of at least minus 250 or worse. American odds for clarity. A wager at minus 251 odds doesn't qualify. Go to zensports.com/sweepstakes for contest terms and conditions. And you got to be 21 and older and in Tennessee to bet.
Good afternoon. It is 4:04. I'm Joe Spanano live from the 104.5 The Zone studios. Titans news today in free agency. They signed tackle Dan Moore Jr. agreed on a 4-year, $82 million deal with the team. That includes $50 in guarantees, $30 in year one. They plan to play him at left tackle and move J.C. Latham over to the right side. The Titans are also bringing back defensive tackle Sebastian Joseph Day on a 1-year deal worth up to $7.5 million, with $5 of that guaranteed. And several reports out there about the Titans being interested in quarterback Russell Wilson, as well as linebacker Dre Greenlaw. Another NFL news today as free agency keeps going. But a blockbuster trade as the Texans are finalizing to trade 5-time Pro Bowl left tackle Laremy Tunsil to the Commanders. A huge addition for Washington. They send a haul over to Houston. Also, former Vikings quarterback Sam Darnold reached an agreement today on a 3-year, $100.5 million contract with the Seahawks. And Justin Fields reached an agreement on a 2-year, $40 million deal with $30 million in guarantees to the Jets. For your foundation repair, whatever it needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Happy Monday to you. Bert just walking around over here.
Bert.
Right when the mics came on, he's like, see ya. I was like, you hang around, you're going to get on the air.
I wonder, since we're doing spring cleaning,
Bolton.
Yeah, he did.
should I throw these good scissors away?
No.
What we going to do with them, Babs?
I'll take them.
Take them where, though? Home?
Yeah.
So your 4-year-old can play with scissors? Like,
Right.
Slay's got one in each hand. This is quite
Oh,
something.
this is
Listen.
definitely Edward Scissorhands.
The reason those are in here is
exactly what I was
because
gonna say.
somebody in here stole them from over where scissors actually go.
You could literally give your Mike Condom a haircut.
I could.
Well, you need a new one. Can we
I got
clean
it. No,
and
I got
get
it.
you
Y'all
one?
know I don't like to get rid of stuff. Well,
Oh, well, how ironic is that comment? That's where we are.
Hence the memo.
this is Babs' stuff,
There
though.
you go.
No, see, but guess what?
What's this? That's not mine.
Darn.
That Tennessee
You
stuff,
almost
that's not
impaled
mine.
yourself with your mic.
I know. Usually all my stuff is over here organized. People been coming over here meddling, stealing out of my. You know what? What we should do better than cleaning up. What we should do is put a sign on everything where people stop stealing.
People are rhyming and stealing.
Don't steal out of my lunchbox. That's my lunchbox. All my Biscoff cookies have magically gone. I had
Who
a
do you
couple
think
of
the
Jolly
culprit
Ranchers.
is?
I have no earthly idea.
I have an
know
idea.
Hitman has a sweet tooth. I know Pan has a wastebasket for a stomach. Zeph would probably ease in here every now and then.
I do not
I don't
touch
think
anything in that
I don't
room.
think Zeph would ever steal anything.
Thank
Nah,
you,
so
boy.
he was just running
He
that
knows
by. He
better.
wanted to hear.
See my
He wanted to
boy.
hear the answer.
It wasn't me.
That's a nice.
What about Will Bowling? You know, he probably likes to dip those Biscoffs in his little Scooter's coffee. In the
Yeah,
morning.
and he should stay away from this.
I bet
This is
he's
mine. Now this
guilty.
is mine. I bought this on my
Somebody
truck.
said you had like airplane bottles of something in there.
No, those
No,
are long
I
gone.
know.
Those are
They're big
long
gone.
gone, Mayor.
Yeah, I did. What did used to be some. It did used to be. I think a little thing was a fireball or something.
Told you,
Oh,
long
what
gone.
else? I don't know where they went, but
Yeah, that's
oh, here goes some.
receipts.
Yeah, this is mine. That's from Super Bowl.
That's from Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Yeah, I'm just keeping it in there.
Why? You can't turn it in now.
Just hang on, just in case something comes back up. I can always show proof.
Proof of what?
Yeah, Gator Mike.
Oh, that's a birthday card?
No, it's a
Christmas
Christmas
Come on,
card.
Gator Mike. They gotta go, man.
We love you.
Oh, you got my Bart Durham stuff. Found it, though.
I can't even with him. I can't.
He was just looking for this in the last break.
I found
This
it.
gives me anxiety.
He had to use mine.
See, Babs, look how all this is getting straightened up.
There's a whole lot of orange and white over there.
Yeah, this is what's supposed to be over here.
Okay. Highest paid quarterbacks while you do that in the NFL based on average salary from covers.com. Y'all ready for this?
Yes.
The highest paid quarterback in the NFL per year, Dak Prescott, $60 million. Let's identify Super Bowl winners on this list, too. You ready? Number 2, Josh Allen just signed his deal. $55 million.
Bankroll.
He got $330.
Ooh-wee. That's how you set him on fire.
$330. What would you do with a couple $100 million?
That's a good question.
Would you buy an island?
Or buy something to fly to an island?
Yeah.
What that?
Or both.
No, you spending it all up, Zeph.
No.
I like
After
it,
you got to wait 2 years, though. So 2 years, you can buy one.
There are these little bitty islands off the coast of the Bahamas that people own.
Yeah.
Like Tyler Perry owns an island. And like you go right past it. And
that's nuts.
And then like somebody else owns this island and they're like island neighbors.
Like what, you can't land on it or something though?
No.
What do you think the property?
What do they
like
do?
Gilligan's Island's over there too.
What do you think the property taxes on an island in the Caribbean is?
I don't. If you're buying an island, you don't care, dude. That's FU money right there.
Yeah, quite a bit.
All right, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, $55 million. Trevor Lawrence tied for second in the NFL, $55 million per year.
Way to go, Jacksonville.
That's what I kept saying. Like everybody's like, who's worse off, Titans or Jacksonville? Jacksonville all day long because they're tied into that guy.
Good job, JBL.
They have spent a lot of money today on offensive linemen.
Oh, who's the backup quarterback they signed?
Oh, Nick Mullins.
Oh, Mississippi State. Yeah, boy, Mullins.
That's okay.
I can't tell you one thing he's done in the NFL
at all.
Nope.
I know he's played.
Yes, he has. I don't know if he played good.
He's been out a while now, right?
Like that dude was so far off the list that he wasn't even on the list.
He wasn't even on the list.
And they signed him as a backup quarterback?
He didn't even have odds on your little list.
That's what I'm saying.
A two-year deal.
2-year deal. All right.
$6.5 million.
Okay.
To be Nick Mullins. I mean, clipboard guy.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him. Jordan Love also at $55 million. Number 6 on the list, Tua Tagovailoa. $53.1 million. Still no Super Bowl winners. Number 7, Jared Goff. $53 million.
JG.
He's
a
earning
bankroll, man.
Patrick Mahomes, there you go. He's 8th. $52.7.
The fact that he's 8th is crazy.
Justin Herbert, 9th, $52.5, and Lamar Jackson, 10th at $52 million.
That's how you get bankrolls, man. So,
by the way,
what's going through your head right now?
I'm trying to think what we're going to have to pay Daniel Jones.
He's going to the Colts or the Vikings.
No, you need to stop
There
yourself.
were reports out today that the Colts were talking.
The Titans have their eye on 3 quarterbacks, and none of them are named Daniel Jones.
Well, the Titans will be right where we were last year.
But Zeph,
let me
ask you something.
Unless we go get Cam.
They won't.
Zeph,
They're just looking for a body here.
Hang on. I want to go back to Zeph's point about the 3 quarterbacks. So we said this earlier. It was Russell Wilson, Mac Jones, and
Zach
Wilson. I said the other day when Zach Wilson's name came up, Slay, I said, I'd rather have Zach Lyons as our quarterback than Zach Wilson.
Wow.
Yeah.
Zach Lyons can Zach Palmer football?
No.
That's all I was going to say. Wait a minute. Yeah, I mean, here we go. I'm with it. Let's get it.
I mean, Zach can barely walk right now. He has to wear like flip-flops because he jacked up his toe.
I saw that. Yeah, he almost lost his toenail or something.
Yeah.
Come on, Zach.
I don't want to
go. That's what you want a quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over Zach Wilson. Zach Lyons, man, he'll figure out how to get it done.
Oh, amen.
But
He's a
here's
smart
the
guy.
deal.
Amen.
You know what this tells me, though? None of those 3 quarterbacks are going to come in and be your quarterback. You're drafting a quarterback.
That's one point I wanted to make. I also wanted to make this point because Zeph seemed so steadfast in his opinion here that they're going to go after one of those 3. What if that's what they want you to think?
Lions.
Have you ever thought about that? What if that's what they want you to think, Zeph?
I think that's what they want the Giants to think.
Bab says it all the time. Lion season.
Yep.
I think they're trying to convince the Giants that they're okay with going with one of these crappy quarterbacks and Will Levis into 2025. That way they can trade out of number 1.
See, now you're going against your own plan. But that might have a lot of truth to it.
I'm only saying that because there is no way in this world that I can see an NFL team looking at those 3 quarterbacks and Will Levis and saying, you know what, that'll be good enough for the season.
Those 3 are better than Will Levis.
See,
but Will Levis is the backup.
They're all
one of those 3?
They're all like same touchdown, same interception guy. Like all those guys.
If they go into the 2025 season with one of those three and Will Levis, Brian Callahan might as well just pack up his house and move back to Cincinnati before the season even starts.
Pack up his house. Who says he has a house?
Zeph is on
See,
one
that's
right
why I
now.
ain't got to say nothing. I'm going to let Zeph go.
He's not wrong.
He ain't wrong.
See, this is where Zeph's coming from. He's had a lot to do today, so like he's had, I always say, plate spinning. You know, like at the circus where they're spinning plates and stuff. Now that there are no animals, come to find out.
That's
Peter won that big one right there.
Yeah, you depriving us too, Peter, but I feel you.
He also hasn't worked at Cracker Barrel in a while, so maybe we're starting to see a little Cracker Barrel Zeph because he hadn't had that outlet.
Are you back this weekend?
No, I'm also tired of this team.
Damn.
They disappoint me.
I'm tired of it.
No more Cracker Barrel this weekend either. That's 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I'm
We're
probably
in the middle of free agency and an opportunity at the very first pick in this draft. Why are you so negative right now? All of you Titans fans that just want to bitch about what's going on.
Get 'em, Babsy.
They just signed a left tackle,
That's right.
which means not only do they have a left tackle, now they also have a right one
Bingo.
too, because Latham's going over there. Like they now have 4 pieces on
Get
the
'em, Babsy.
offensive line. What are we doing? Why are we all up in arms here? Borganzi is working. Here we go. All right, we got 4 offensive linemen. They just signed. Who do I not care about? Rupsich.
Dan Moore. Oh,
No.
Rupsich.
No, why we got to care about him?
No, we care about Dan Moore.
You have to care about him. They
Yeah.
they
They
paid him to
they
care
paid
about
him a lot
him.
of money.
Slay, that plane was going all over the place. I didn't know what to do. I'm trying.
You knew what I was talking
was
about.
air
I know what
traffic
you're
control.
talking about, Babsy.
Like, I don't know what
And then
mark
who
you're
knows
on.
with ratings because Ramon
I thought you
says
spot on
ratings
with
is
that,
okay.
Babsy.
I'm like, vomit, but whatever. And then
Stay in the fight, Babsy.
you go get your freaking generational talent quarterback at number 1, and boom, you're not there next year, but you
But-
can be there the year after.
You're headed in the right direction.
You have, this is what I said. What did I say? What did I tell you yesterday? I said, no, sorry, last week.
Friday.
I said the Titans right now are like 6 feet under. They got to claw back up
Yes.
to get to the surface of the ground before you can
man.
start growing.
So they have like maggots and worms and stuff working on them?
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
And this free agency move just brought them back up
Yes.
to about 3 feet.
All right, we'll be right back.
Twitch, please. Babsy said stop whining, guys. Titans fans. And yes, she is. Kellum Stem Cell Institute will have you able to still be going. All you got to do is go over there and get you a consultation and just start with the therapy. 615-850-4415. I've done it myself. I have remarkable results, and I am great at sharing them with you. I promise you, I'm okay with it. It's understandable. Your body, your cells, your solution. They can harvest your body's stem cells and store them for future and continued use. And the cells are your body's own healing cells. They harvested and redeployed based on your needs. So, when you ask me, Slay, does this really work? Well, I got to tell you, yeah, because it's worked for me. It's worked for others. Congestive heart failure, lung issues, autism, and arthritis, you can't miss. All you got to do is contact Dr. Kellum, 615-850-4415. Sit down, get your consultation. I want you to come with a list of things you don't believe and watch. He mark them all off. That easy. All you got to do is go to KellumStemCellInstitute.com. Kellum Stem Cell.
I'll tell you about my friends at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. That's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle, whether you're looking for a car, truck, SUV, or Jeep. Daniel Gupton and his crew ready to help you out. Just tell them what you're looking for. Maybe you need more space. Maybe you need something that's got better gas mileage. Maybe you need something a little less expensive. Whatever your needs are, just let them know. They'll point you in the right direction. Go take your test drive. Go inside. They will help make the numbers work, and it will be that easy. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram is located in Springfield, Tennessee, just 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. 3450 Tom Austin Highway. Check them out online. GuptonMotors.com is the website. All the dealership information is there, including the inventory. They have a tremendous pre-owned inventory for you to peruse. Also, tons of new cars, whether you're looking for Jeep, Ram truck, whatever you need. They'll be able to help you out, and you can do it at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Again, GuptonMotors.com is the website. All of the information is there. Check them out, including all of the inventory. GuptonMotors.com. That's Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
We've got the trucks, all the trims, all the towing, all the bells and whistles, and all at Truck Month Savings. Two Rivers Ford is Ford Truck Central.
Did you know you're overpaying for your health and wellness products?
With over 20 company-owned brands offering its members vitamins, supplements, wellness, and skincare products, you're able to save up to 70% off retail.
Members Nutrition can't change your life, but we can change the way you live.
Three HL 1045 The Zone. We will be broadcasting live from Bridgestone Arena this week. 1045 The Zone. Broadcasting live from Bridgestone Arena for the SEC Men's Basketball Tournament. Listen in as we keep you up to date with all the news and events happening inside Bridgestone Arena, along with special guests. For more information, visit 1045thezone.com. Not just us, right? Zeph Dog?
Yeah, it'll be everybody from Buck to Cover 2 to us.
There you go.
Morning show I didn't get to go because games aren't on yet.
Yeah, yeah. Ain't nobody up.
They would be the only ones at Bridgestone, except for maybe probably a few workers.
That wasn't right. Ain't nobody up. Somebody's up. Just not at the arena.
I saw Nate Bargatze's little clips that go around on Reel or whatever.
Yeah.
There was one the other day. He was talking to Jimmy Fallon. He was like, these people that work out at 5:45 in the morning. I'm like, why? Like, noon seems so far away. And he's like, you get to like 8:30 and you're like, I could have sworn it was noon. And then you get to 6 o'clock and you're like, why are all these people still up?
Who works out?
Oh, hit it.
Oh, yeah.
I love it how Zeph does this.
Breaking Titans news, not just sports news.
Hang on. I was saying very important things right there.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The Titans are signing linebacker Cody Barton to a 3-year, $21 million deal, according to Tom Pelissero and the rest of the insiders. Deal negotiated by agents David Cantor, and I'm not going to pronounce that name, of Aura Sports Group.
Please try.
He is from the Washington Commanders.
Please try to pronounce that name.
Cody Barton?
Yes, Cody Barton, linebacker.
From the Broncos?
Linebacker.
Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a picture from Washington Commanders. So he must have been on the Commanders
with the
eventually.
Broncos.
Yeah, he was with Seattle, Washington, and then Denver last year.
6'2", 237 pounds, 28 years old, out of Utah.
Mm-hmm.
53 solo tackles last year.
106 total, started 14 games for Denver.
Last 3 years, over 100 tackles.
But, I mean, that's what inside linebacker is supposed to do, right? Like, everything's funneled to him.
Hunt.
But, let me ask y'all this. When Zeph said the Titans signed Cody Barton, did y'all immediately go, oh, yeah, the linebacker from Denver?
No.
I had no idea.
Who the hell is this?
I had to look him up.
I literally, in my head, thought about that line from Major League because I didn't know who Dan Moore was either when they
Who
signed
the
him.
hell is this guy?
He was a third-round pick for Seattle in 2019. Like Slay said, 100 tackles each of the last 3 years. Has a combined 9 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks over those 3 years. So Titans find another inside linebacker to pair with Murray if they don't, get rid of him.
Well, and they've got the 2 young guys they were working in last year, too.
It's funny. I was about to bring up Cedric
And
Gray earlier because, remember, I stood right there at the linebackers during camp, and I was like, he's so lost. He's so behind. He's so, just the speed. And then he got injured, which set him back even more. But we saw a little bit of him at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
He had 15 tackles.
Yeah,
on special teams he showed up.
I think there.
But he started.
There could be some potential there with another.
He had 15 tackles in one game, but when we asked Cosell about him, he missed holes all the time.
Yeah.
So.
I hope we
still learning.
I hope we get a leap with was it James Williams?
Yeah, the former safety.
Yeah, I hope he takes a big.
And same conversation. Cosell loved him.
Mm-hmm. But his
really
build, long, rangey, athletic, and freakishly athletic. When you start talking about athletic, he did well at the end of the season too.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a rumor earlier today before this signing that the Titans were interested in former 49ers linebacker Dre Greenlaw. So they went from being on Dre Greenlaw to signing Cody Barton.
Here's the other thing: the Titans have a lot of holes.
Do they?
You gotta fill those holes somehow. It's not like you're gonna have a team full of all-stars.
You ain't just whistling Dixie, which I really don't know what that phrase comes from. You ain't just whistling Dixie, but I know to use it there because you're right. Lots of holes.
I'll find out.
615-737-1045. You want in at 3HL 1045. Before the season began, we're bouncing all over the place. Before the season began, Ron Slay had Tennessee guard Jemai Mashack as the National Defensive Player of the Year before a single game had been played. Mm-hmm. The Field of 68 announced its National Defensive Player of the Year today. Tennessee guard Jemai Mashack.
Are you surprised?
No, not one bit.
So Guy got the SEC Defensive Player of the Year today.
That's
right?
what I'm surprised by. I mean, and listen, I went out on the ledge and said, this will be the first time you see two guys on the same team split the Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah.
And they kind of are.
Yeah, they kind of are. But I didn't think – I thought Jemai did a little bit more. Zakai is
too. Nothing against Zakai
at all. It's like this is splitting hairs right here. It's just gosh. What Jemai doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, and that's why I say you have to watch some games. So him being around the ball, coming off of guys, the IQ plays is not really. You can't really see that in numbers. Zakai, what he does, you can see in numbers. Steals, making the team turn it over. Like it's a little bit different. And its impact, because he's the lead guy with guys coming, bringing the ball up the court, it's kind of highlighted differently. It looks like it's one-on-one. When Zakai's is not, Jemai's is not really.
Jemai makes so many athletic plays. He looks like a cornerback out there sometimes, where he baits you into something. And Zakai's kind of the same way in terms of baiting you into things.
There's no question. Like those two it's tough.
The play that Meshack made against Alabama to cause the jump ball.
Yes.
Like nobody talks about that because it gets buried in a box score. But that was a huge play.
Mm-hmm.
Coming off his man, as you said, on strong side, which I didn't even think about in the moment.
Yep. But, hey, man, you got a 2-time SEC Defensive Player of the Year.
It's crazy.
Off an ACL.
Who was recruited by no one.
Zero. Like, that's up. And first team, all that season. Let's go!
It's going to be a full day of this.
It's just sports news.
Oh,
it's
dang.
not Titans.
Let's not go!
It could be.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because
Danny Dimes.
the Eagles are trading quarterback Kenny Pickett to the Cleveland Browns, who currently have the number 2 overall pick, for a 2025 5th-round pick, and quarterback Dorian Thompson-Robinson. So the Browns get a quarterback in their room, and that could free up some space for the Titans within that top 3 if the Browns don't want to go after one of those top 2 quarterbacks.
Oh, that doesn't mean
Who they go get? Who they just go get?
Kenny
Pickett.
Oh,
Yeah, that doesn't tell you anything.
Yeah.
I said could. I didn't say did.
Kenny Pickett, because I get wicked.
Okay.
He was the only first-round quarterback his year, right?
Last year?
Yes.
No.
Yes, his year, he was the
Not
only.
last year.
And he got picked
when
20th.
he was drafted.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Because that was, people are trying to compare that class
to this class. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett to Cleveland to be a backup there to whoever they draft. Shador, I guess.
What if they don't draft a quarterback?
What are they going to do?
Steph, I'm telling you what they're going to do.
I don't know. There's Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter.
I've been in this game a long time, man.
Look at Abdul Carter and Myles Garrett, huh?
That'd be a pretty solid combo.
I like it.
5 wins, all of them from the defense.
Zephyr's on one.
Zephyr's on one and Babs is on one.
Babs is fired up.
This is like when Hunk and Babs forgot their anti-anxiety medicine.
I actually did forget mine the last 2 days.
Good job, Babs. It's springtime.
Yeah.
Time went forward. Sunlight will be out when we get out.
It messes you up.
Mm-hmm. It does mess you up.
It does. It is bright in here today.
It is.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Bills, other big money deals. Let's start here. From Ian Rappaport, Kansas City Chiefs guard Trey Smith has signed his franchise tag, locking in $23.4 million on a 1-year fully guaranteed deal, making him the NFL's highest paid offensive guard. Sixth round.
We passed though.
Yeah. Who did we take? Racy McMath. Titans took. It took somebody else too.
Brady Breeze.
Yeah. Sounds like a DJ.
Didn't we take Des Fitzpatrick too? That wasn't that
was
draft,
a
was it?
different year.
Oh, it all blends together.
They did take Des Fitzpatrick over Dan Moore.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, but that was a
back.
different.
Yeah.
You had a different roster then, too.
From Diana Rossini, Mike Vrabel and Harold Landry reunite. The Patriots are signing Landry to a 3-year deal for $43.5 million with $26 million fully guaranteed. He had 9 sacks last year.
Good for him.
He had 7 games where he had at least 1 sack, meaning 8 games with at least 1 sack, meaning there were 9 games where he did not have a sack.
Yeah.
And he just didn't look noticeable last year.
No, that's how it wasn't an impactful sacks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely sacks. Go on the stat sheet.
But you know Vrabel, man.
What do you call them? Junk sacks?
No, if I'm averaging 4 points and I always get in at the end of the game in a blowout and I go get 3 dunks. so it looked like I'm on fire.
So suddenly you had like 10 or 12.
Yeah, no, I really didn't. I really had 4.
I will say this with the Patriots moves, though. Don't you just see Vrabel is in charge there?
Oh yeah, he's got
It's all related.
and they come to us first, right?
You know, there's a saying.
It's going to be really fun to watch.
You know, there's a saying, loyal to a fault.
Yes, that's me.
Really?
All the time. What? I go down with the ship.
I mean,
Look at
But
Traylon Burks.
it's not about that necessarily.
that's
it's
true.
It's about Vrabel surrounding himself with people that aren't the best fit and I'm not saying that about Harold Landry, but I'm saying it because he went back to Harold Landry, who's a familiar thing for him.
what's familiar to him?
Yeah.
Loyal to a
is-
fault. You hit on the head. I said Traylon Burks.
It might
But,
not
like,
even be loyal
yes.
to a fault, though.
But the offensive
you did,
the offensive coordinator positions,
yeah.
where he was way more vocal into that headset than people realize on game days. And he's a defensive guy. But you're right. Control freak, and he's got control. Other
he
big
wouldn't
money
have
deals.
taken it if he didn't.
Other big money deals this weekend. Bills quarterback Josh Allen, 6 years, $330. Browns defensive end Myles Garrett, 4 years, $160. They're going quarterback. I don't care about Kenny Pickett. Chiefs linebacker Nick Bolton, 3 years, $45 million.
Say that again?
3 years, $45 million.
Who is that?
Bolton. Nick Bolton. Inside linebacker.
What if the Patriots spent
$198.7 million between all their contracts?
How do you know that off the top of your head?
Just sitting there
We
with
were
that
talking about it
information.
earlier,
Oh, okay.
I did the
That
math.
is good.
I have the free agency tracker up, and
there's like so much. There's been so many moves, which they all have Vrabel written all over them.
Yes,
That's
they do.
why I was saying like the control. You can clearly tell that Vrabel is in control there with the moves that they've made, the people that they've signed, all of it, and they've done a ton. Clearly, I mean they had a ton to work with, but
So what do y'all?
that's a big number.
What y'all expect out of? Is there any expectations on him? What he's gonna do in New England?
Who Vrabes?
Yeah.
Well, I like his quarterback,
Yeah.
so
I think he'll probably get them to a point where they're a playoff team, and then he won't make changes. that
Year
he
one?
needs No.
no, that
And then-
seems way too far. They just spent $198.7 million in free agents.
But can't you see this happening? He builds them up, gets them to a place where they're like a playoff team, and then doesn't make necessary changes because he's too loyal to people that aren't doing their job. And then they plummet. And then he loses his job. I mean, that's what
It's
happened
gonna be
here.
interesting to watch play out.
What was he, 5-19 his last 24 or something like that?
Yeah, it
here?
was really bad.
It was horrific.
After being coach of the year?
Horrific.
615-737-1045.
VY started fast.
speaking
and-
of Patriots,
Sank
Josh
fast.
Dobbs is going to the Patriots on a 2-year deal.
Oh,
I can't wait when Josh Dobbs is done and then he becomes the first man on Mars. And we'll look back and see how many teams he played for.
So what happens with Joe Milton up there?
Oh, good point.
who cares?
Well, if you're the Vol fans that also
Sorry.
are Titans
Oh,
fans
sorry.
and you want
Okay.
them to pander, you're going to go request a trade for Hendon Hooker and Joe Milton, obviously, Don.
Sorry, I forgot how your brain works, Zeph.
Duh. Let's go trade a 3rd-round pick for Joe Milton. How about that?
Seriously, Joe Milton, what are you doing?
Hey, he got the Titans the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, or
Hey,
he beat them so that the Titans got the number. Blah blah blah.
He did. All that's true. 3rd round.
No, I was joking. I'm being facetious.
He's being I wasn't going to say facetious. I was going to say sarcastic, but same
that
thing.
too.
All of the above.
Them's just jokes.
Will you hit Tommy?
That's what I'm doing. Tommy in Nashville. Tommy, what's up?
Hey, Slay, I'm on the same wavelength with you today. I mean, I think our bridge quarterback ought to be Daniel Jones.
Come on, Tommy. You ain't told no lie. Talk to the people, Tommy. You got the mic.
I mean, they had a worse offensive line than we did, and
Yes.
a guy got injured because their offensive line was so bad, and he can still throw the ball, and he's tough. And I don't know, maybe he wants too much money, but I'd rather have them than the ones that Titans have been talking about.
Yes.
And also, as far as Meshack, man, that guy has got some hands. I wonder what his hand size is.
He's got huge hands, yeah.
He can do things defensively with his hands that I've never seen before.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Have a good day.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thanks,
I'm all
Tommy.
in on Daniel Dimes too, man. And here's
8
the thing.
touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 79.4 rating.
Talking about everything around him, Babsy. He had Shiano show around him.
2,070 yards.
Look at
That was-
2022, Babs.
Who was like, oh, Lord. I don't know.
2022. Yeah.
He ain't played since then.
2022,
Yeah.
Mayor. Do you know what?
It's only 2 years.
I had way less wrinkles in 2022. That was a freaking long time ago. What are we doing?
Yeah, he ain't even had to
Back
play.
at
It's 2 seasons.
2022.
He's been, listen, he's
been
been
beat
chilling on the bench, like relaxing.
2022 looked good.
No, great. You can actually say great.
15 touchdown passes.
I know you don't want to.
7 rushing touchdowns.
5 interceptions.
5 interceptions. 22 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
3,200 yards.
To Slay's point, he's the best available free agent quarterback.
Yeah.
He's been the best available quarterback.
He can throw it and he can run it, Slay.
Man, that's all I'm trying to tell you. The wheels are there.
What does he demand? Do you have your spot track thing up?
You want me to call him? Because that's my guy?
I'll look it up
Yeah,
in the break.
go ahead. Go
Or
ahead.
Slay- or
Give
Slay
him a
will
call,
call.
Slay.
You got my boy.
All right. Oh, more from Daniel Dimes when we come back. 3HL 1045 this zone.
Well, I was about to call Danny Dimes. Had to put that on hold to make sure you guys out there, my fellas, know about erectile dysfunction. So instead, here's a number for you to call, 615-898-9367 or text. Don't feel embarrassed about it, man. Get help, fix it quick. Guys, you can begin this year the right way. You're probably a little frustrated from the gains in the gym or what you're doing in the bedroom. You don't have to be that way. It's probably just testosterone levels. You need to get them checked in order to increase them. Low testosterone can affect your energy levels, your workouts, your sleep, bedroom activities, and it can even make you grumpy. And I got 2 locations for you to go to, Green Hills and right there in Hendersonville. Doesn't get much better than that. All you got to do is real simple. Give them a shout. Go in there, get your consultation. Your lab work is completely free at one of the game days, 2 locations, and boom, you're ready to roll. Now, why you going to wait? Huh? Pick up the phone and call right now, 615-898-9367, GameDayMen'sHealth.com.
3HL 1045 The Zone. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
The Evan and Bank chat is open. That's where you can see my guy Ryan Scott, who says Russ Wilson is better than Daniel Jones.
That was a joke. You should take it to Zany's.
I mean,
walk into Zany and say, hey, man on stage, hang on, I got something to say.
Yes, please.
Russ Wilson is better than Daniel Jones.
Everybody will die laughing as you walk out the door. Like, who let this guy in here? Hey, lady, what are you saying over there? Are you saying that you don't want Danny Dimes? You would like Mac Jones? Or
he said Russell Wilson.
We ain't getting Russell Wilson.
What? That is what he said.
Yeah,
I
he
did
was
say
just talking.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I know, but he was just talking.
Ryan Scott was just talking.
Yeah, we ain't getting him.
So where do you think Russell Wilson's going then?
Somewhere else.
Where?
Another team, far, far, far away.
So it's between the Titans, the Steelers, or the Giants.
Well,
I
probably
think Aaron Rodgers ends up at the Steelers.
Aaron Rodgers goes to Steelers.
Russ is not going back.
Russ going to the Giants.
I could totally see that.
He belongs there.
What do you mean by that?
He does not want to go
that was
there.
Weird. Yeah, but guess what?
Are you Nathaniel-ing Russell Wilson?
A little bit, even though
he had a little pop back
fought,
last year.
he fought.
Yeah.
But I just think like Sierra can go up there and do Broadway. Like he'll probably like to be there. Like it's so much to do for them.
There is a lot to do in New York, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's perfect for them.
There's a lot to do in Nashville.
Yeah, but we got to play some football down here.
Okay, let's take Russell.
Now you're on one. First it was Zeph, then it was Bab. Bab was slamming the table.
That's the attack of Danny Dimes that y'all are doing. This is what I don't like.
So listen, okay, this is what we have now narrowed it down to with reports and whatever. Russell Wilson, Zach Wilson.
See, I mean,
all the Wilsons.
Look where we're going. Why don't you say my guy first and then them other guys last?
Because there have been no reports.
Because there's no reports
said
on
about
Danny
Daniel.
What am I doing from 3 to 6 every day? Tell me what I'm doing from 3 to 6 every day.
Your source is bunk.
No, this ain't no source. I'm the source. You said I'm bunk. I'm reporting.
Your mind, body, and soul are the source.
Yeah, I'm reporting. Y'all don't want me to report?
What about Wilson, the volleyball that Tom Hanks was messing around with on that island?
I think he's better than Zach. So
see, I ain't gonna put it past it.
You like that one, dude?
Let me take your guy out of it.
Thank you. Because that's above board. My guy. Go on, let's talk about these other guys.
Okay, Russell, Zach, or Mac.
God.
Cam Ward.
No, this is a with Cam Ward.
I would take. I would take. I'll take Russell.
Zach Lyons and his toe, and he can't even walk.
No, we don't need him.
No,
this is a with Cam Ward.
I'll take Russ.
I think Danny Dimes is also a with Cam Ward conversation.
Yep. You can allow him to sit for 2 years while we go win.
2 years?
Hey, just imagine.
Listen, Mayer's giving me junk about wanting a rookie quarterback to sit for 1 year. There ain't no way that kid's sitting for 2.
Well,
I don't know, huh? This ain't no Steve McNair.
I guess well, if you want confidence to be built, you bring Russ in and let him nurture him. You want confidence to be shaken, you bring Danny Dimes in here, you let him outplay him.
You guys want to know what Josh Dobbs got?
Yes.
2 years, $8 million, 3.8 guaranteed.
Do you want to know what the over the cap?
So cheap.
Over the cap projected salary for Daniel Jones is?
Yes.
$13.3 million per year.
Man, come on, man. That's a steal, y'all.
No, that's too much.
What?
Also, the Colts.
What is Russ?
I don't know. Probably
at least 18, 20.
But here's the thing, though. If you go get Daniel Jones.
No, stop. I'm about to come shake you.
Shake you. I would like to see that.
Slay, clear your mind.
Okay. He's too big for you to shake.
What? Let me give you this for Daniel Jones. So the two teams the two teams that are also that are interested in Daniel Jones are the Colts and the Vikings.
Yes.
Why would he choose the Titans over the Vikings? Look at what Sam Darnold did that offense. Look at the contract Sam Darnold just got.
Mm-hmm.
Why would he want to go to the Titans instead of stay at Minnesota? And I know they have J.J. McCarthy, but he's still coming off that injury, and who knows if he's going to be ready to take over a franchise.
It's not always where you want to go.
For him, it is. He's a free agent.
Okay. So you think Just because
Unless
you're
you think they're gonna overpay for
Just
him.
because you're a free agent means you're going to choose, or the options that you have is what you're going to choose from. Who said Minnesota? Who said Minnesota's after him?
I literally sent a report earlier today. I'm going to go find it.
I got a report. This is the crazy part. Why do you keep on overlooking my report? I got a report.
Be your own story.
Yes, I can.
Have you not heard of the Slay News Service?
Thank you. Dude, I'm telling you. Why would he want to go to Indianapolis over the Titans?
That's why I said Minnesota, because I would want to come to the Titans over the Colts.
Like the money, the longevity of the contract could be different.
It was Diana Rossini, by the way.
That'll be tired sometimes.
Indianapolis is on Eastern time.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, who wants to do that? We thinking about, springing forward in the stand.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody else thinking about that.
But if I'm Daniel Jones and those are my three teams, I'm picking the Vikings all day, every day.
Yeah, but
I'm also probably picking the Colts over the Titans. I'm not going to lie.
I don't think, man, I'm going to be real, y'all. I don't
You do
think
have more
that's,
wide receivers.
Oh,
no,
man.
you
I don't
depending
think
on
there's
what
really
the
no
Titans
option.
do.
Right now, as
So that ought to let
you also
okay, so
have a
guess what?
better chance,
That ought to
though,
let
with
you
the
know who we
Colts
ought to be
win that
chasing.
job.
If the Vikings and the Colts are after him, and we sitting down here talking about Zach Wilson and Mac Jones, hell, we need to be getting the bricks truck filled up to go get them.
Yeah, who else wants those two guys? Anybody?
Who reporting that? Who reporting that? That's what I'm saying.
Who are the Titans fighting with for those two guys?
I won't tell you.
Themselves.
Like, dog, come on, man. Is Russ,
Which means they'll overpay.
Danny, or Bus?
I'm on that train.
I'm great with that.
I'm on that
You like
train.
that?
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't think it's going to happen.
Danny, Russ, and Bus.
But look, if they sign Mac Jones or Zach Wilson, it doesn't matter. Those guys are backups to a rookie quarterback.
And I don't want
Why
them
are you
mature. I don't want them
signing either
nurturing
one
my
of them?
quarterback, though.
to be a backup to a rookie quarterback.
I know, but why?
I think it tells you everything they're going to do in the draft. They sign one of those two dudes.
I agree.
Because
they
they're
ain't playing.
cheap. They're cheaper than a Russell Wilson or a Daniel Jones.
That's not even
Yeah,
competition
but
to
at
me.
that point, who cares?
But
Exactly.
Russell Wilson wants to be a starter. He's not going to fall for the okie doke.
That's what.
But also, if you don't think Cam Ward is 100% ready to be a starter, that is a great person to have a rookie quarterback sit
Russell
behind.
Wilson?
You're not.
Yeah.
You're not
I mean,
playing the
he's
number
kind
one
of a
quarterback
weirdo.
overall.
He's kind
You're
of a
not
weirdo.
doing it.
That's going to be
What?
tough.
Why
You're not.
not?
Because you're drafting him number one for a reason.
Yeah, you back
I
up,
get
Doug.
that's the thing.
Baker Mayfield-
You
That's the
said
thing
get away from the
nowadays,
norm.
But you got to get away from the norm to give the kid a chance to succeed.
Why? Who's to say he can't right now? Who's to say he can't walk in there and go Commanders on you?
The roster.
The roster. Thank you, Zeph.
Well, yeah, that's true. You're waiting for me to finish.
Yeah, that's a tough place to do it.
I can't argue. I'm done.
Damn,
the,
the roster.
the Commanders had a better roster. than the Titans do right now.
I would
Yeah.
bet all of your husband's money that if they bet Cam Ward, if they draft Cam Ward, that he's starting from day one. Or else you don't draft him.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think he plays his way into it.
Baker Mayfield didn't start his first game. He had to come in because
How
of injury.
long ago was that? It's a different deal now.
2018.
Jared Goff didn't start.
Jared Goff didn't start
Patrick
his.
Mahomes didn't start.
Yeah, but he wasn't a first overall pick. I'm trying to go first overall picks to fit his narrative.
I mean,
Thank
he
you,
was
Zeph.
10th overall.
Yeah, but
But that's fine. Okay.
But they also had a Pro Bowl quarterback in place. Titans don't.
I know,
Russell Wilson
and then
is a Pro Bowl quarterback
he
if they
can
sign him.
develop and ease in.
I'm just saying.
What?
This is crazy. Zeph's on my side. This
This is weird. Y'all know. Y'all acting.
Have y'all noticed that Zeph's
Zeph, you're
been?
making sense.
Have y'all noticed that Zeph has said so many weird things today that are all over the board that he's agreed with all of us at some point?
He so has.
Zeph's just in there working mind tricks.
I have been staring at Twitter ever since it came back up because it was dead this morning, and which is horrible. Elon, what are you doing? It's NFL free agency day. Why is your website down?
Yeah, he's out there.
I had to go to Threads and follow all the NFL people on Threads.
Oh.
I've never opened Threads.
Really? Threads is pretty cool.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not much
I
activity.
have an account, but I just don't ever.
I keep getting notices
do it.
like that. Like people, hey, somebody's following you on Threads. I'm like, good. I've never posted on there.
No.
Awesome. They're going to get a lot of great content.
It was a headache to use. I'm so glad Twitter's back up.
Why do we care if he's the number one overall pick? He has to play. So it's okay if he doesn't play if he's number 10 overall? Like, it was okay.
We talk all the time about
because he
draft.
wasn't one overall?
We talk all the time about draft equity. I'm going to use the number one pick on somebody that's going to help me right freaking now that I don't have to wait on.
See, you are what's wrong with our society right now. This right here is what's wrong with our society. You know what? I'm going to throw this kid in when I don't have the roster ready yet.
If you don't think that dude can help now, draft the rush in from Penn State.
I think that
Travis Hunter.
I think that dude can help right now, but I want him to be successful for 15 years, not just one and having mental issues.
That's not how it's done anymore, man. Throw him in the fire. You got that 4-year rookie contract. You got to maximize that.
You can maximize it for 3. Jordan Love.
I mean,
and that was even more dramatic.
What if you just said that about Jaden Daniels?
I would have said that about Jaden Daniels.
Right. Where did they go? 1 win away from the Super Bowl.
They had a better roster.
Hey, their roster was also
But you just said you would have
way
sat
more
him.
complete.
That wasn't my point on that one, was the roster.
Your point is?
You said you would have sat him. They didn't sit him. So they end up 1 win away from the Super Bowl because they didn't sit him. Washington did. Cosell told us. Look at the first couple of games on film. He did not throw the ball down the field.
First, 8.
Coaching is key.
Coaching is key.
They protected him.
They did.
Can you do that with Cam Ward with this Titans roster?
Hey, that's up to the coach who Zeph has.
You actually,
we may be able to.
You just fixed 2 spots on your offensive line in free agency, even though everybody wants to complain about the signing. You just fixed 2. All of a sudden, you might have 4 spots that are okay on your offensive line.
And if you're okay,
Cam Ward can
be
handle
okay.
it.
Yeah, if you missed that news about the offensive line, we'll tell you next. 3HL 615-737-1045.
I mean, seriously, never ends. We are deep in it today, talking about your Titans. Maybe you're deep in it and you need to upgrade some things in your home, like your windows and your doors. Yes, it was time for us and for my home and my rental property. And I did all the research for you, so you don't have to do it. I went through 8 million companies, and I chose Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville and have absolutely loved the experience. And you might be surprised to learn how affordable those replacement windows and doors can be from Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Of course, affordable and the best quality out there. And also, Pella turns 125 years old this year. How about that? They're a good company. If they're they turn 100 years old this year. If they're lasted that long, and you can just go either listen to me, or if you don't want to listen to me, go check the Google reviews, because those will tell you. They've got a 4.9 with a ton of reviews. People love Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, and I've loved Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. They have a Dawn deal. Every single month we do a different deal, and all you have to do is tell them that you want the Dawn deal. Schedule your free consultation. Check out that offer. Go to PellaNashville.com.
What's happening, good people? Now, imagine the madness has begun. You're sitting down there, you're at the tourney, you're watching the game, you're having a good time. Your team won. You're like, yeah, that's what we're talking about. So you leave the arena, you'll hop in your car. You're like, hey, man, let's go get something to eat. Let's go celebrate. And you get out, you pull out in the garage, and boom, a big truck smacks you, debones you. You're okay, but who are you going to call to handle it? Bart Durham Injury Law. That's where they come in. Blair Durham and his team know exactly how to take care of trucking companies and fight for the compensation you deserve. They've been standing up for people in our community for decades, making sure big corporations don't get away with cutting corners. Now, if you or someone you love has been in a big truck accident, don't go at it alone. Call 615-242-9000 today. Bart Durham Injury Law, protecting the injured, fighting for what's right because you deserve to be paid. BDIL, Bart Durham Injury Law.
Good evening. It is 5:04. I'm just been on live from the 104.5 The Zone studios. Free agency gets started today, and the Titans have started to take part in the fun. They started with tackle Dan Moore Jr. agreeing on a 4-year, $82 million deal with the team. The deal includes $50 million in guarantees, including $30 million in year one. Titans plan to play Dan Moore at left tackle and move J.C. Latham over to the right side. Titans are also bringing back defensive tackle Sebastian Joseph Day on a 1-year deal worth up to $7.5 million with $5 million guaranteed. And they're signing former Broncos linebacker Cody Barton to a 3-year, $21 million deal. He's had three straight seasons of 100-plus tackles. The Titans also extended cornerback Darrell Baker Jr., offensive lineman Andrew Rupsich, and long snapper Morgan Cox. In other NFL free agency news today, more recently, former 49ers cornerback Javarius Ward is signing with the Colts on a 3-year deal worth up to $60 million. He gets $35 guaranteed, including a $20 million signing bonus. Texans are signing pass rusher Darrell Taylor, according to sources, as he gets a 1-year, $5.25 million deal. The Eagles traded for quarterback Kenny Pickett to the Browns for a 2025 fifth-round pick and quarterback Dorian Thompson-Robinson. And the Patriots are signing former Titans quarterback Josh Dobbs to a 2-year, $8 million deal, $3.8 fully guareed. For your foundation repair, waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brentwood with you on a beautifully sunny and still very much light outside.
Oh, man.
Monday edition of 3HL 506 in the Music City. Yeah, I'm going to get to you in a second. Babsy is here, y'all.
Oh, hi.
What up, Babsy?
Let's go. Happy free agency, people. FA.
Slay Dog.
What up, though? I'm in the building. I beat yourself.
Well, because I didn't introduce you like I normally do.
Hey, say, man, you just got to be ready to go. I'm ready to go when you say.
What happened with the parlay this weekend?
Man, I had 16 team, man, and I lost.
No kidding.
One team.
Wait, what?
One team. MTSU. Let me down.
They won, didn't they?
No.
Oh, they lost?
Yeah, believe me, I know.
I mean, I'm sorry.
I thought they won on
Excuse me.
Saturday.
Can I interrupt this conversation that you're like, really? They lost?
What is that?
Are we just overlooking the fact that Slay built a 16-team parlay?
That's rolling.
Do we know how crazy that is?
What stopped you at 16?
16? What are we doing?
Because you just kept going, and kept going, and then you're like, 16, okay.
I thought all of them were for sure.
I mean...
The other ones I was in question about.
The what?
16.
The other ones, like if I would have made like 18, like the other, they wouldn't.
I can't. I don't even know how to respond to this. I'm about to text
The
Furman.
funniest thing.
I'm texting Todd.
The funniest thing about Sports Better is Slay won 15 of those 16, but he complained about MTSU like it was their fault.
It was. They the one kept me from getting my bread.
Yeah, but I mean, they'd be like, well, we didn't think we were going to win either.
No, they got to always think they're going to win. Maybe that was the problem. You're right.
Or maybe they did the best they could and they didn't win. But it's not their fault that you lost your bet because you didn't have to bet them.
I did my best.
No, they won 78-56.
Man, you talking about the wrong game.
On Saturday.
Not the women.
Oh, the women?
The men.
Yeah, this is the men. 78-56. They beat Florida International.
Oh, damn. Did I beat on the women?
Oh, my God. You don't even know what you bet on.
I swear if you bet the women without meaning to.
I can't
Look
even.
at him.
I gotta go look.
You know this might be true. In the meantime.
In between time.
Peace. Executive producer of 3HL is Zeph.
Hold on.
What's up?
It's like NFL free agency began today. Thanks to all y'all watching on YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
There are tons of people in YouTube. I'll tell you that. Titans.
Because it is free agency day.
The Titans signed Sebastian Joseph Day, 1-year deal, $5 million guaranteed, 7.5 with incentives. Linebacker Cody Barton. They signed him from Denver. He's been on 4 teams in 4 years. He's an inside linebacker that gets 100 tackles.
That one.
He's an inside linebacker that gets 100 tackles. I don't know anything about that dude. Titans signed former Pittsburgh Steelers left tackle Dan Moore, 4 years, $82 million, $50 million guaranteed, $30 million in year 1. That's a big time deal. 6'5", 315. He will play right tackle. I mean, no, he won't.
I'm like, no.
He will play left tackle. He will play left tackle. He played 1 game in college at guard and then started 36 straight games at left tackle at Texas A&M. He has started all 64 of the games that he has played in the NFL at left tackle. So that's 100 straight games at left tackle. Did you bet on the women?
No, it was the men. It was on Thursday.
Oh, Thursday they did lose.
Yeah.
They lost to Liberty.
Yeah.
That game was for first place.
Yep, that's the one I lost.
Okay.
Can we come back to Dan Moore?
Savage is a big fan. We talked with, well, I should say, we talked to a rep earlier who may or may not have been Savage. And Ramon Foster played all those years in Pittsburgh, knows all those guys, and had great
Still
takes
does a team podcast
on Dan Moore. Yeah,
season.
he says it's a great move. They get better at 2 spots. I come back to immediately when I read that he has 100 straight starts at left tackle, I immediately thought about the guys that we interviewed, the offensive line gurus that we interviewed at the Super Bowl, who said that J.C. Latham has more of a right tackle build. He has more of a right tackle skill set. He's a mauler. And so now they move him to right tackle. Dan Moore's the left tackle. You're better at 2 positions theoretically, and you have the best offensive line coach in football.
So I know everybody was expecting J.C. Latham to take that year 2 jump. Now that he's moving from left tackle to right tackle, do you kind of temper your expectations on what he's supposed to do in year 2 now that he's going to another position? Now he's going back to an old position after spending an entire year trying to learn left tackle?
I don't think so.
No,
because that's where he played all through college. So I don't think so at all. He got his taste of the speed, and he did, and honestly, he did okay on the left side.
Yeah,
it wasn't like he was a debacle.
No, it was up and down. Like he had games where he was very good at left tackle.
And part of it too, I think, was, hey, welcome to a 17-game season that you aren't used to coming from college.
Well, like elite college players are going to be used to it now.
Well, the elite ones.
You know what I mean? Like I didn't even think about that until you just said that. But these college football playoff teams that go to the championship game that are having to play 15 games?
Yeah. So Giles said, so Peter will play next to a different player for the 3rd year in a row. Yes, but you also have a guy, Dan Moore, who has come in and held down that left tackle spot for 4 years. And even when the Steelers drafted guys to replace him, still also did not lose his job. So he's a veteran, big-time leader, helped to develop the Broderick guy in Pittsburgh, who is now going to take his spot at left tackle, who they drafted last year. And so yes, Jael, he gets another player next to him, but he also gets a vet next to him, not a freaking rookie who hadn't played on the left side all through college.
615-737-1045. Keith in Nashville. Keith, what's up?
Hey, I already know the Titans going to do something. I already know the Titans going to get that edge out of Penn State.
All right.
You said the Titans are going to get him?
I think that's what they're going to do. Because they never do what they're supposed to do, so they're going to do something like that.
Who do you think will play at quarterback then? Levis?
Somebody that, I don't know what they just always doing something they're not supposed to do.
Are you with me? Wilson, the volleyball from Castaway. That's who's going to play.
They should. Everybody knows what they should do is pick Ward, but they're not going to do that. The only thing they're good at is drafting running backs.
Thank you, Keith. I did see a story today. Who was it? A to Z Sports, I think. Did y'all see this? That they're unhappy with Pollard and Spears, and that look out for the running back market, like that they want to get. I think it was Easton that had that.
We're about to reset
that they want like
again?
a big, bulky running back. Yeah.
Najee Harris from the Steelers is expected to hit free agency.
Yeah, we straight.
That's the first time I heard that they weren't happy with those two guys.
Yeah, I'm cool on that.
615-737-1045. Johnny in the Borough. Johnny, what's up?
What's up, guys? Great afternoon today. It's beautiful here, man. Weather's beautiful.
Hell yeah, man.
Hey, just help me out here. Now, I'm just throwing a scenario to you guys. What if the Titans decide to go get, hear me out, Joey Bosa, then trade down and get Carter? Think about that D-line. Hey, but lastly, always in my phone call, get ready, Ron Slay. It's a great day because I got to talk about Slay, baby. Woo!
There he is, Johnny the Burrow.
My man, baby. Yeah, that's
Bosa and Carter. That's what he wants.
That don't sound
With
bad.
Big Jeff and T Sweat.
I just think you need somebody to be able to lead your organization.
You
He's gotta
still
go
need
to
to score.
quarterback. Yeah.
AJ in Nashville.
Still need to score.
AJ, what's up?
What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing?
What up, AJ?
Man, that's my in the building. Just keeping it chilling.
Love it.
I kill like a villain, but we stay for damn villain. I like how they boost up this offensive line. See, I'm a juvenile police officer, so when I got the word that they boost up offensive line, I immediately somehow just said, you know what? Let me check out Will Levis in Kentucky when he played behind a decent, good offensive line. That was 2021. The boy was good. The boy was real good. Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing. Could they sit up here and pick this generation talent, trade down, pick this generation talent, give Will one more shot, continue on to boost up for next year, so when next year comes, whoever quarterback you choose to pick will be playing behind a good offensive line, have great weapons, and a steady defense, a good special teams, because we got to fix the special teams, and the door is wide open for this new season.
So, listen. I'm out on that, but I can't say that ain't a viable option. And that's me just personally out on Will Levis. Yeah. But, I mean, if you build it up and you chose to go that way, even if you did go pick a Cam Ward and you just, I don't.
It's just, for me, it's, okay, Will Levis turned it over 18 times.
He scarred me so bad,
He turned it over 18 times. The other thing about that is, like, the run it back with Will and build around him and then get rid of him next year idea, is that the head coach sounded like in his 90-minute interview that it was pretty detailed as to why and how he was out on him.
Yeah.
Even though he tried to hide it.
See, Babs pointed at that when he was at UK, like having that good year with Liam Cohen.
Was his OC.
Yeah, like
that was pre-Stoops.
Yes, it was. And Stoops stepped back.
Yeah, let them have it.
Stoops said, here, it's your offense. Go be innovative, do something different than what I have been doing here the last couple years. So it was all Liam.
I just can't, me personally, build myself back up. Not when I know I'm walking through the scary house and I know somebody gonna jump out at some point.
The scary house.
Yeah, like that's what
you hate the
through.
Scary house.
That's what I'm gonna feel like I'm walking in.
I just feel like the mental part of the game is not there, will not be there, will not grow to be there to where he can be a functional NFL quarterback next year for the Titans.
Yeah,
that's where I am.
Yeah, I want him to get let's get him a new breath of fresh air somewhere.
Do you ever think when you're going through
I think he needs to listen to people.
Yeah.
I think he needs to be open to.
Ooh. Speaking of, I don't think we ever told Slay what we learned.
We did not.
You're going to love this one.
Yeah.
Okay, what?
We'll wait till the break. Sorry. It's
I don't think we can't say it on air.
I like learning stuff.
You're about to. It's going to solidify your opinion.
You're going to be all out on him again.
Oh, here we go.
Do you ever go through the haunted house and think when they run up on you with those chainsaws without the chain on them, that like some psychopath could actually get in there and leave the chain on?
Yeah, not after 16.
Not after 16.
Yeah,
years
16
old?
years old. I wasn't scared of him no more.
I thought you meant 2016. I'm like, what?
What happened in 2016?
What was that year?
You know when a dude
that
chopped
year.
the leg off and they outlawed the chains being on the chainsaw? It's kind of like Peter with the animals at the circus. I ain't really scared.
Yeah, we just learned that the animals are not at the circus anymore.
That's one of the worst things going, man.
We just found out.
I understand.
This happened years ago.
I know, I get it. But man, the circus ain't the circus no more.
I don't get it.
Hey, our chat is really angry with us for sitting here talking about stuff that we're going to say off air and not tell them.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe we.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I got that in the middle of it, but I just say everything that I think. So
y'all want me to tell y'all? All right, y'all. This is what I'm going to tell y'all, chat.
We'll figure out a way.
Because I mess with y'all.
We'll
if they tell me, I'm going to tell y'all.
We'll tell you. We'll just leave names out.
Ooh.
Okay.
How's that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wait, I was on the phone. I missed it. What's going on?
Oh, you don't know either. Don't even worry about it.
We're going to jeopardize our jobs here in a second when we come back. 3HL. Want to tell you about my friends at Low T Center. That's where you need to go if you're feeling down and kind of not yourself, and you need to be invented and juvenated. That's where you need to go, fellas. It's your time. Feeling low energy, moody, lacking strength, or loss of drive with your partner. It could be low testosterone. Get tested. It's fast and easy at Low T Center. Low T Center offers expert personalized testosterone therapy, or TRT, and it may be your answer. Don't settle for a standard dosage TRT program. Get personalized treatment from the experts at Low T Center and the results you can expect with customized TRT. Don't wait. Book your appointment at lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Oh. All right, can you take the power of your home internet almost anywhere? Well, guess what? With Xfinity, you can. Do more of what you love in the places you go the most with internet and mobile together. Xfinity built a network that's 99.99% reliable. That's a pretty good number. Plus, Xfinity Mobile has Wi-Fi Power Boost, giving you ultra-fast Wi-Fi at home and on the go. Get the same reliable network in the places you need most. At the coffee shop, in line at the grocery store, or at the game. All the power so that you can power more of what you love. Whether you're a gamer, streaming, or work from home, whatever you're into, you'll love how fast you can do it with Xfinity Internet and mobile together. Now through April 17th, get 300 megabit Xfinity Internet and one unlimited mobile line together for $30 a month for 1 year with no annual contract, and save $1,000 in your first year over Verizon and AT&T. Ask Comcast how to get a free premium 5G phone. All you have to do, visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, fees extra after promo regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary. Savings compared to Verizon 5G Internet plus one unlimited welcome line and AT&T Internet 300 plus one unlimited starter SL line. Xfinity Internet required. Reduced speeds after 30 gigabits of usage per line. Data thresholds and actual savings vary.
3HL 104.5 The Zone, bad host on my part.
What'd you do, Yor?
Said we were going to tell you something and not tell our favorite people that listen to us.
I'm just trying to get better.
I mean, honestly, nobody in the media can tell you everything that they learn. Like,
No.
They can't.
No. Just got to believe it. You got to believe us sometimes.
Yeah. How should we phrase this? Journalist with you used to be a journalist with a capital J.
I would say.
I just want to see you fumble through it. Go ahead.
You just want it put on me because
You
I'm
got to
the
be
one that brought
coachable.
it up.
You just got to be coachable. How about that?
Yes. That's someone that would know. Thinks that Levis thinks he knows everything. Which led us, when we were told that, to believe that he's not coachable. Which we may or may not be right. I don't know.
Or it's just some pushback at times.
But that
We're
was
trying
kind of
to
a
be coached.
that was kind of a disturbing thing to hear.
Absolutely.
About him. But I mean, that tells you everything you need to know, right? Like, I mean, he didn't have success. He was flippant with the way he played the game. And in his terms, he's battling and competing and all those things. No, you're not taking care of the football.
Right.
So, moving forward, that I also started to think about when we heard that. Why are you shaking your head at me?
I'm not. I'm just talking about. I think it was really telling.
Yes.
It was very telling about the personality.
Another thing that popped in my head after we had that conversation was, is he the guy that's going to be like some of these guys we're seeing now that kind of get it later?
Like Baker.
When you mature a little bit?
I think
when
so.
you go from thinking you know everything to, hey, I really don't.
Yep.
Like, I need some advice here.
I think so.
I need some help. Like, how would you handle this situation? Yep. What am I doing well? What am I not doing well?
Yep.
You always need those people in your life, right?
Yeah.
So if you're pushing those people away, then
I agree with this one.
Pushing people away that have done it
Yeah, that's that's never what you want
and
to do.
been there.
If you're a young buck and you walking into a spot, man, you get anybody that comes new into the game and you got somebody that's been there, that done it before you gotta take heed to it. If you don't, you're gonna just continue. What you're gonna end up doing is playing yourself out of your position.
yeah. So like if you're that guy, you come away from that, the conversation or whatever it is with Will Levis thinking, oh, okay, this guy doesn't want my help.
No, I'm gonna come away from that situation like,
You did a great job explaining it.
Okay,
Good
thank
job
you.
there.
I was trying to. I
Good job,
didn't mean to.
And
do
it was
that on
easy.
air,
We
but-
left names out. So, but you get the point. You get the gist of the information. You get what we believe because we trust that information.
Yes, and it makes sense now to pair that with what the head coach said for 90 minutes to Easton.
Correct. Yes.
That statement reminds me of that video of him at the Manning Passing Academy where he asked Peyton Manning about, how do you market yourself as a quarterback? And it's like you're sitting in front of one of the top two greatest quarterbacks of all time.
You talking about marketing.
And that's your question.
And you're asking about how you market yourself.
Next thing you know, you're Mayo Man.
When you haven't even been in the league yet. And honestly, you haven't even had that much success in college. So, what are you
but
doing?
I give him kind of the benefit of the doubt on that one because, again, you go back to his senior year where he was hurt and told to shut it down early in the season. He didn't. I get it. All that. So, and I know not everybody will give him the benefit of the doubt on that, but that's where I am with that. But
I actually think you're right. I think at some point he's going to realize the missed opportunities that he had by thinking that he knew it all.
Yeah. You don't know what you don't know.
The people that, were just trying to offer advice, I think at some point he's going to realize it and maybe he'll come around.
So when we told you that,
I
Slay,
don't know
was
if it's
your
going to be next year, but
was your reaction like, okay, that checks?
Yeah, it was like I knew it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it's not a surprise.
No,
Yeah.
just confirmation. Mm-mm.
So anyway,
he would be one of those
Tried
guys
to clean
that I
that
would
up.
watch.
My bad, y'all.
I would walk away and watch and be like, okay, let me watch how this goes for the next 2 or 3 years with him. If that's the case.
Mayo Man.
I've done that. I talk about that all the time. Like with guys that don't take advice, kids that you mentor, and like it's a couple of them that still ring my phone now. Like, hey, coach, man, what am I supposed to do about this? No, what you're supposed to do is listen.
If you would have listened to me in the first place, you wouldn't have been in this situation.
I promise you. Like, it's so simple.
That's a part of maturing and learning, too.
It's so
right?
simple.
Yeah.
It is. But.
And it's easy for us to sit here and speak about it on the air when we're not in that position anymore.
For sure. But I think anyone in a professional environment has been through that, where you just have to realize, look, everybody's got an ego and thinks they're the best. And if you're a competitor, you have to check yourself before you wreck yourself.
You got to be willing to learn. Like, I'm going to use Chaz for an example. Talking to Chaz, not saying that I had everything to do with him going to UT, but if we were to go and look back on it now, and ask him about everything that was said to you, presented to you, are you glad you picked that? Instead of where you could have went for more money, a different situation.
They said on broadcast a couple of games ago that he turned down more money.
Yeah, so
we knew that, but
you listen.
The right situation.
But it was said during a broadcast, so.
But you got to listen to it, and you got to listen. You also watch what you're going through. Somebody just went through that situation. You know what I mean? Especially if you got somebody that's telling you that's like this situation, not looking to benefit off of it. And what am I winning off of you going and having a good career?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he had one of the most prolific 3-point shooting careers in
You're in the same
history.
conversation with Chris Lofton.
He's right in there.
Who has a show today. A documentary whose jersey is hanging up.
Is that tonight?
That's tonight.
Okay.
Chris Lowe joins us now from ESPN.com, who was involved heavily in that documentary on Chris Lofton that's coming out tonight. Chris, what's up? How are you?
Great, guys. Good to be with you. That's right. Chris's documentary comes out on in just a little bit. And I know I've said this a couple times. I want to really just pay tribute to Sean Silva, who lives there in Nashville. His company's there in Nashville, Tackle Box Films, and Don Lepore, who did the heavy lifting on this. And their crew, they did, a month and a half. It was a year and a half of work, really, but they did an incredible job of putting this together. You know, when you're going through, and I was at just pretty much all of it, interviews, and you're sort of wondering in your mind what's this going to all look like, when it all comes together. And it's about 10 times. I knew it would be good because I knew their background. I knew some of the other films they had done. But, boy, it's about 10 times better than I thought it would be. Just so well done.
Well, we appreciate you sending us little snippets along the way, too, that were phenomenal. And the one with Bruce Pearl, which I didn't remember Tennessee or didn't know in terms of full detail about Chris Lofton failing a drug test before the Ohio State game. I vaguely remember that, but Mike Hamilton's decision and the UT brass to believe in Chris Lofton that he didn't fail a drug test and allow him to play against Ohio State, even though that was still hanging out there, and without telling him or anyone on the team, you never hear of universities doing that. They always protect themselves.
No, they rolled the dice, but they rolled the dice, as you just pointed out, in believing in Chris Lofton. And so what they did is they appealed, and I think there's two different samples. And there's an A sample, B sample, and all this is explained tonight in the film. And they had the B sample shipped out or reshipped out to re-examine. But yes, they didn't tell Bruce, they didn't tell Chris. Nobody on the team knew. The only person on the team who even knew about it was Jordan Howell, who Chris had told. But that he had cancer, I should say. But your point is, before that Ohio State game, nobody knew on the team, the coaches, the players, that Chris had quote unquote failed that drug test. Now, what it showed was higher levels of something in your body, which basically means three things. It means you're using steroids or some type of banned supplement, that you're pregnant, or potentially could be cancer. And so they knew something wasn't right. But as Mike said, Mike Hamilton, there just was no way in the world we ever believed that Chris had done anything he shouldn't have done as far as taking steroids or banned supplements. And yes, they believed in it.
Real quick, Chris, because we've been following this situation today. Zach Wilson, quarterback, has signed with the Miami Dolphins, so take him off the board. Yeah,
crisis averted there.
1-year deal, $6 million.
That piece that you're talking about, where they go with Bruce. And Bruce is kind of outlining all three possibilities. One, that you failed a drug test, which we know isn't true. 2, you're pregnant. 3, you have cancer. And then Bruce, with tears in his eyes, said, "We were hoping he was pregnant." And I was like, wow, that was powerful.
Yeah, there's a few other really powerful scenes in there with Chris. One really powerful now, sadly, as we look back on it, with Mike Hamilton just saying, and Mike was, had lost so much weight, was about 3.5 months away from his own passing, when he didn't make it through surgery. But there's I still sort of get a lump in my throat because I was there at Innsworth when we were filming it, where he just said it's hard to tell somebody you got cancer.
Yeah.
And of course, knowing at that point he had it and needed a transplant to save his own life. But yeah, there's several moments like that. And again, Sean Silva and Don Laporte and Chris. I mean, I want to give Chris, because Chris is not a real talkative, open guy. We had him on, Jason Swain and I had him on The Nation last night talking about this. And he admitted that it was sort of hard for him, but he said, I wanted to sort of open up and tell it my way and finally get everything out there. And he said, I sort of felt good after I did that, to share my story. And initially Chris didn't want to really do much of anything, but he said, and his mom and his dad both said, hey, maybe your story, Chris, will help somebody else.
That's right.
Will help people go and get screened, to have early detection, to do those things. And Chris, he agreed. He said, and maybe someone who's got it. Chris hears from people all the time now who had cancer. The county had testicular cancer, and I think has been an inspiration. Well, I know he's been an inspiration for all of those people, and I think this film, certainly I hope, and I know he hopes, will be further inspiration for people who are going through something like that.
Chris, just really powerful conversation. Thank you for that. And we will be watching at 6 o'clock on SEC Network, and they will replay it over and over. So if you miss it,
you'll see it
sure
this week with the tournament. You'll see it tons and tons on different ESPN channels, SEC Network, and different ESPN channels. So really cool that the tournament's in Nashville. Chris said last night he plans to be in Nashville when Tennessee plays, so he'll be around. Slate, you going to be in the house?
I will definitely be in the building, CeeLo.
He'll be on the desk down there at some point.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Yes,
I'll
sir.
look for you, man.
You
have your security team around you, so I won't go get you. But
he kind of did the last time he came over and did the show last year.
Somebody helped me get on up there, didn't they?
Yeah.
That was interesting.
I forgot about that. Chris, come see us. We'll be broadcasting live in the concourse. So when you walk into Bridgestone Arena, to the left.
No, I definitely will. I look forward to it. I hadn't been to the tournament in a few years. This is one to go to.
Just the one.
I mean, a lot of those, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 seeds playing for a lot. And then you got a lot of teams, I think, that could win this thing. Slate, I wonder from your perspective, everybody wants to win. You certainly have a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
But I wonder in the back of coaches' minds what you're thinking. If you're in Alabama, an Auburn, a Tennessee, a Florida, and if you have to play 3 straight days against really tough, draining physical games, and then let's say you got to try and play Thursday. Let's say you win the title on Sunday. That's a Sunday afternoon game, right?
Yep.
And you play 3 hard games, and you're a number 1 seed or a number 2 seed, and you got to turn around and fly out on Tuesday. If you play on Thursday, you fly on Tuesday because you have the press conferences on Wednesday.
Yep.
And so that's 4 games in less than a week.
The only reason that it's a problem is when you look at if you're not deep enough. 2, you got to leave right after winning the championship to get back home. You got to do the selection show. To me is the other part that's draining. Sitting there watching it, especially your 1 seed, they're gonna have the cameras on you, so you got to do that. Get treatment. You got to pack to get ready to go on the road. So you got to hurry up and quickly turn around after you really want to get out of it on Monday, but you're probably going to practice and then get out of it on Tuesday, like you said.
Yep.
I think, man, when you look at it, if you're not playing on Sunday, I know us personally, when we win it, we would always say, if we won, cool. If we lost, we would always say, man, let's lock in and get ready for the tournament. Like it wasn't
and you had an extra day.
Yeah, we wasn't really down because it wasn't times that you were playing for your lives. Like my senior year really hurt because it was hanging on the edge of us getting in or playing that first round against Auburn and Auburn beating us and Auburn, Marquise Daniels and them getting the opportunity to go in. So that hurt much worse. But any other time walking into it, you always knew you had more games to play. So
right.
It was like,
and
all right, we cool.
Like from a Tennessee perspective, Tennessee is a 2 seed no matter what. Unless they win it, maybe then they climb into the 1, but maybe not, right? Like, so for a team like that,
I think if they win it all, I think if they win it all, they would be a 1 seed because probably then you're beating Auburn and Florida or Auburn and Alabama or Florida.
But if you lose the first game, you're still a 2.
No, you're still a 2 seed. But coaches want you want your guys playing with momentum and confidence. But here's the worst kept secret, and coaches, you'll never get them to admit this on the record. Those guys know when they get to Saturday, when that tournament gets to Saturday, the conference tournament. Man, that NCAA bracket is drawn up. They got that baby buttoned up. And I don't think it matters. Tennessee won the SEC tournament, was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Didn't matter one bit in their seat. And they'll never admit that. The committee will never admit. Now, I'm not saying they won't, if teams get upsets and teams in the bubbles make a deep run, that they don't move those teams around. But those teams in the top 4 seeds, per se, top 4 or 5, man, that thing's buttoned up. They're ready to go with it by Saturday.
Yep.
Thank you, Chris. Great stuff, man. We'll be watching tonight, and we'll see you at the tournament this week.
Okay, look forward to it. You guys take care.
All right, Lo.
There he is, CeeLo.
Thanks, CeeLo.
Lo, I'm sure I have his riding buddy with him, the Wizard White.
Tony White and Chris Lowe, inseparable. And then Slay Dog, too, when he gets involved.
Absolutely.
When he doesn't have to work.
Can't wait.
Chris Lofton, 4 of the top 7 3-point field goal made shots in seasons, including the top 3. Now, Chaz Lanier is trying to get in there. Get in there. Chaz Lanier is 4th behind Chris Lowe's top 3 seasons. So Chaz Lanier has 105 made threes this year, which is 4th all time. Chris Lofton, 3rd all time, 106. There's only 1 off 3rd. And then the record's 118. So if Chaz gets 13 more threes, he'll tie the great Chris Lofton for made threes in a season. All right, more 3HL next. 104.5 The Zone.
What could you do with an extra 75 grand right now? Maybe even a couple $100,000. Well, guess what? If you own a home, you can get that money in less than a week thanks to Loan Pronto, the leader in quickly converting home equity into cold, hard cash. Pay off all your credit cards, start your home remodel. Loan Pronto has several easy options to let you access cash from your home with virtually no paperwork. No cumbersome process, no junk fees. That's the big one. And oftentimes, no appraisal. We didn't need an appraisal when we got cash out to do our backyard project with Loan Pronto. So there you go. You can get approved in as little as 1 day. Act now. There's no hard credit pull up front. LoanPronto.com. You can start the entire process there or give them a call. 615-499-5780. Get the money you need for anything with Loan Pronto at 615-499-5780. LoanPronto.com. Equal housing lender. NMLS 1661781. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
What's happening? BrentwoodJewelry.com. 712 Church Street East, located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. It's time to get those deals. It's time to get exceptional style, and it's been happening every day for over 50 years. So why don't you just dive into Brandon and the family over there and let them take care of you? Engagement rings, watches, whatever it may be. I promise you, it won't lead you wrong. You can even get them fixed. They have people on deck all the time ready to get you in and out and get you what you're looking for. You know, surprise gifts. And then when it comes to the engagement, this is what you got to do. Is 3 simple things. First, you ask your partner how involved they want to be in choosing the ring. Then how to communicate and plan together before the wedding says a lot about the relationship for years to come. Now, next, discuss the expectations. This right here is high. Not just what style of ring or cut of diamond. Talk about the other expectations, such as a proposal. Should it be a surprise or should it not? If she wants to be involved, you let her be involved. It's real simple. All you got to do is go over to 7012 Church Street East, located right there in the heart of Brentwood, right down Franklin Road. It is BrentwoodJewelry.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay with you.
What up, no?
Reese and Laura in Bowling Green. Reese, Laura, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey. What up, Laura?
Hey, I got two things for you, Big Slay.
Okay. Talk to me.
Watch out for the cat.
On Saturday, I saw you on the Jumbotron.
Hey, that's right.
Because it's all
when
I
they were
know.
honoring Bert and Bob.
Oh, yeah.
And two, y'all talked about my husband getting kicked out of the arena.
He got
kicked out of the student section because he wanted a pom-pom.
Come on, Reese, man.
You got kicked out of the student
I tell
section,
you
Reese?
what, Big Slay, first off, I met your friends here. Hold my beer back. I met Gil and
Gil,
Steve.
yeah, that's Sony's. They're my people right there.
Yeah, great people.
Mm-hmm.
And it surprised me because I knew who I was as soon as I showed up, and I didn't see that coming, but he knew who I was right away. That threw me a curveball. But I had to keep it PG rated at the game because the row right in front of us, there was like a, I don't know, 4, 5, 6-year-old girl.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Good
so I
choice.
told him, I said, well, I'm going to keep it G. And I said, well, kids get into PG-rated movies. I'll keep it PG. And,
I love that how you have a rating system for your personality.
Yeah, I have to. I mean, I'm not going to sit there. Like the guy behind us was throwing out the F-bomb. And I'm like, you know, I can't do that in front of a child. I
No,
may
that ain't right.
be crazy. But anyhow, so I went into work. I didn't make it to work till 11 o'clock the day before at night. And I got off at 6, and Laura drove. I had 9 beers on the way. So I was trying to keep it timid. You know what I'm saying, Big Slay?
Yeah.
Wait, Reese. So 9 beers on the way. Does that mean, like, once the seal's broken, like, you're stopping every, like, 50 miles?
Mayor, I'll send you this in the chat, but just know your best friend is an empty 1-gallon water jug.
Okay. Laura's laughing.
It's like a truck driver.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And I had Diet Mountain Dew all the way.
Yeah, she drove. But, so we get there, and I'm fired up. You know, last time we've been there was football. I'm all fired up. I'm ready for the tailgates, the cornhole boards, everybody drinking beer. I get there, and I look around. There's a lot of people waiting to get in. We're a couple hours early. You know who the only person drinking beer is, Big Slay?
Hey, you.
Me. Basketball is a different crowd.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? I'm going to tell you what you're looking to experience. You got to experience that in tournament time. So when they go on this March Madness in the NCAA tournament, that's where they start doing the tailgating that you're looking for.
For those that don't know,
football.
Reese and Laura won
Football.
tickets on the radio station to the South Carolina Tennessee game.
Football, you just go into the student library. Everybody's drinking beer, going to the bathroom, whatever, having a good time. I had cops staring at me, fans staring at me. Like, this guy's drinking a beer. And I was like, well, yeah, I won these tickets. I'm going to party. And but sitting next to Gil was really fun. It was fun that he knew me. And just a
Super nice guy.
wonderful time.
Gills was showing.
Wonderful time, and I was so grateful for the tickets. I've never sat that close at any sporting event except for when I was, you know, really fat on the basketball team, and they never let me play in high school.
Did you guys enjoy the senior festivities after?
No, I'm not gonna lie, Mayor. We headed out as soon as the buzzer hit. We went ahead and headed out because I was supposed to get the next day off, and then my boss texted me back if I didn't make it back to work the next day, I was going to be fired. You know Kevin, villain of the show.
Yeah. Kevin's always trying to fire you, man.
I know, and I had that final write-up, so we wanted to stay for that. But yeah, because I got fired and rehired and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but
Laura got you your job back.
Yeah. Fired, rehired, but Kevin texted that they didn't have anybody to replace my position, so Laura was nice enough to drive back, and so I end up not getting to stay for the festivities to beat traffic. But it was a wonderful night, and I tell you what, one of the favorite parts was there was this 60-some-year-old lady behind us.
Oh, yes.
And she was drinking her Yinglings, and the later the game went, the drunker she got and the louder she got, and she didn't care that there was a 5-year-old girl 2 rows in front of her.
So it wasn't even you.
That's how it happened, man. Welcome to Vol Nation, baby.
No, I will tell you this. It was funny. We scanned our tickets in there, and then so we were about to walk down the section, and this old guy stopped. Excuse me, sir. I was like, yeah, what's up, bud? I'm going to need to check your ticket. And I was like, we're section 112, and I'm going to need to see that. And so he checks them, and he's like, oh, okay, you are. So we go down. I'm 4 steps down from this old dude that looks like he's a Walmart greeter. And this other old lady, sir, I'm going to need to see your ticket. Nobody believes that we belong in that section.
I would have given anything to go with y'all.
Oh, they're profiling you, Reese.
To go to the student section, and I got away with it for a little while. And then the same lady that didn't believe we were supposed to be there kicked me out of the student section. It was a wonderful time.
You certainly don't belong there.
Hey, Big Slay.
What up, baby?
Oh, Rocky Top. Woo! Go Big Orange! We saw you on the Jumbotron. We love
There they are, Reese and Laura.
Hey, man.
3HL powered by Ferguson Home. Discover the Mount Juliet showroom at 401 South Mount Juliet Road. Ferguson Home, where it all comes together. FergusonHome.com. Back at it tomorrow, and we'll have more Titans information, I'm sure, as the NFL free agency clock continues to run. We will, as always, we won't run. We'll walk briskly. But we appreciate you guys including us in your day. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take it lightly. Have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be you unless you're getting a shout-out. And I'm going shout-out because I'll be in the building for a second. Hillsboro Burrows playing in the sub-state tonight. I got to go see my guy Cortez Graham, see what nephew going to do, man.
Between the legs dunk.
That was nasty.
Woo.
So nasty.
Go Burrows.